Who is this? She sounds like she could shoot you.
Hey, this is Redban coming to you live from the Death Squad Comedy Show podcast house in Pasadena. Oh, shit.
That was not a technical difficulty. He just spazzed out and dropped his mic.
This is the Ice House Chronicles. Once, sometimes twice a week, we put on a live comedy show here in Pasadena, California at the Death Squad Comedy Show. If you want to go to get live tickets, you can go to icehousecomedy.com and search for Death Squad. Let's take it right to this. This is a special edition. Ari's joining us. Me and Ari talked about this maybe, I don't know, like 2 months ago, that after you had an experience that we should get everyone together in a podcast. We all went
to do mushrooms, so there's all these guys.
But putting it on a podcast, we were. So why don't you introduce everyone that's here right now?
Okay, that's Ryan Mervis. He's the one. He's the one with the beard.
How stoned are you right now, Ari?
Sort of. And then Lucas Hurl has a smaller beard.
Thank you.
And then Eric Marino has a bigger beard than Lucas, but a smaller beard than Mervis.
Thanks.
And then Matt Edgar can't grow a beard yet.
Trying.
Yeah. Oh no, you have one. You have like a little bit of one. And Willie can't grow a beard yet.
I can't grow a beard at all.
Yeah. And then and Willie is the black.
I think, yeah,
the
I am.
black guy.
In case you can't see.
And so that's the clockwise from most Nordic to the least Nordic.
It really is if you think about it.
It's sort of a Viking round table.
Yeah, you got a Viking, got a... What are you?
This is evolution in action. I'm Irish.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. What are we doing? Should we just start talking about this?
So you guys went on a mushroom trip. Whose idea was this? It
was very last minute.
Well, it's not the first time that we've taken mushrooms together.
No.
You guys have all done them together a lot.
A bunch of times, yeah.
The circus?
We went to the circus
2 years in a row.
And then there was a group of people that went out to Joshua Tree, and so it was sort of a circus meets Joshua Tree. Let's do this in another place. We were going to go to Joshua Tree. Or the original plan was to head to Joshua Tree, but we got a late start.
We got a really late start.
We barely even we haven't started yet. That was how unplanned that was.
And that we also hadn't even thought if we had any mushrooms
or weed.
Yeah, or weed. Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah. But you were tweeting to try to find weed on the way to
Malibu.
Malibu, yeah.
Which is crazy because I had a lot of weed. I just thought that you all also had weed.
Once you realized that we didn't.
Everyone thought everyone was bringing weed.
But I did bring weed. There was weed.
There was some, but not enough.
But there was going to,
once we were like 8 minutes away, they were like, should we turn around and go get weed? I was like, we'll pass a place.
It had to be rationed like we were in the plane crash a lot.
Yeah.
We only had so much weed for the evening.
We did a pass off though at one point in Beverly Hills.
I think you have to talk into the mic.
Oh yeah, we did a pass off.
This is exactly what he's like to do mushrooms with too. He's on mushrooms. He wasn't quite speaking into the mic.
Jeez.
We did a successful weed pass off though in Beverly Hills. Do you remember that?
Oh, through the windows.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't have any. Okay, hold on.
We had none in the car.
Let's back up to when we just started deciding we're going to go. We wanted to go to Joshua Tree, right?
Right.
That was the plan.
This was summertime. How many? It was like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
When was it?
It was Willie's birthday.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! It was Willie's birthday.
It was August 30th because my birthday is August 31st.
It was a Thursday.
Oh, it hit your birthday at midnight?
Yeah.
Wasn't there like
mid-trip?
Time is a game, people.
Yeah.
As we will establish.
Oh.
There was some solar.
Yeah, it was a full moon.
It was a full moon.
It was the blue moon.
It was the blue moon.
It was a blue.
Yeah.
It was the second full moon.
But it was actually the night before the blue moon.
Technically, that's
Because
true.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to beat the traffic.
And we didn't want to go out on a Friday when there's a bunch of fucking tourists out there.
Because it was like Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was a waning gibbon moon.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a moon. It's a moon phase.
Man. It's a what?
It's a moon phase. The waning is waning
Phase.
or waxing gibbon. The day before or after a full moon.
Oh really?
Yeah.
When it looks like, is that a full moon?
So we said, let's go do mushrooms in the desert, which then became to go do them at the beach.
Well, we got so fucking late started. Nobody got anywhere on time.
We didn't leave Los Angeles till like 5, right?
It was like
Well,
we were
that's
hitting
because
rush
we were
hour.
waiting for you. We had a group of
Oh
7.
yeah.
Yeah, we were all waiting for Hurl.
And then
No, we
had to
were
wait
waiting
her.
for the tent that you were supposed to pick up. It was Toby's tent. Remember, we actually had to wait
Mervis
for
was
Toby.
supposed to-
Oh
pick it
yeah,
up
I was
the night
waiting
before.
outside Toby's
So
apartment.
technically, we were waiting for Toby. He wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're all trying to blame each other here.
Yeah, fucking Toby.
Well, I got the
It's
call.
like Reservoir Dogs.
At first, I thought it was canceled. So when I got the call at like 3 o'clock,
Oh, why was it going to be canceled? Because I know why. Because it was going to be cloudy at Joshua Tree.
It was cloudy at Joshua Tree.
So
we
we were
wouldn't be
like-
able to see this.
Yeah, we're like,
double
why are we going to this
blue moon.
awesome moon if it's going to be all cloudy?
Right.
Maybe
so
we're
now
going
we
to
have to
waste
stay in
it.
LA.
But then we looked at the fucking at the weather report for Malibu.
The Doppler radar.
Yeah, it was way clearer.
Yeah, completely.
And then we're like, let's just do it. How about
Just
we
go
just do
camping
it?
in Malibu. That would be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna go on the beach, but the beach was all
Oh yeah, we
sold out.
Yeah,
tried
everything was
we tried
sold
our
out.
friend who lives on a
Right,
beach.
because they actually can reserve camping, and so for that, because again, it was like Labor Day weekend, people had already reserved.
Oh yeah,
campsites.
we thought we were gonna
Yeah.
get a campsite at the beach.
Right.
That would have been cool.
That was the
Yeah.
idea.
And then
But that was
We
out.
actually even got lost on the way.
we got lost
And,
a number of times on the
Google
way.
Maps did us wrong.
Yeah, they sent us to the first place where we met a bunch of kids
nice,
taking
nice.
acid in a cave. Remember those kids taking acid
Yeah.
in a cave?
What were we-
There was just people having acid in caves.
They were
Yeah,
going to.
like we met guys in this random parking lot at
Which
the
I
end
think
of
was actually us in the future, which we meant before.
most likely. They had a dog.
It really
Yeah,
was. It was
dog.
like us out of a time shift.
We decided we're gonna go to Malibu Creek State Park. That's what somebody decided,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yes.
that's has a
Well,
campsite.
we
can
were
camp out at.
reduced to Malibu State.
Yeah, but they were like, "Fuck it, let's just do it anyway."
For the blue moon and Willie's birthday, and we have mushrooms, and there were 8 of us in 2 cars.
8 of us, what? In 2 cars. Yeah,
There are 8 people.
We packed
in
all our
attendance.
stuff.
Yeah.
And Mervis's dog.
We were packed. Yeah, my dog's ass was on
Yeah, the
Lucas's
whole time.
face the entire. He was miserable.
Ari was feeling for me. I saw him.
Oh, this dog, this giant dog was just ass in your face.
Yeah.
I kept telling him to just shove him away, and Luke's like, "No, that's okay." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey, just move the fucking dog." No.
So Lucas rode the whole time with the dog's ass in his face.
The whole time. The whole time.
You guys really bonded over the whole trip.
Yeah.
That you bond after something like that, Eric.
You were really bonded the
I
whole
really
time.
did. I was ready for mushrooms.
Yeah, after being within inches of a quivering dog butthole for hours.
We wanted to see the sunset on it.
Why was it quivering?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why was
we
it
missed
quivering?
sunset.
Why do you have
Well, after being that close to Lucas
he knew-
Hurl for
yeah.
that long, he was
He knew somebody's
nervous.
face was right there.
Yeah, he was
Started
nervous
feeling
having a
self-conscious.
face by his butt.
It was hilarious too because the whole ride it's all bumpy. Like a dog can never stand. He was on 4 legs the whole time.
kept,
Well, there was a
Trying to
part
fall,
where we were
like,
even on a dirt. We were on a dirt rock road, like high in the Malibu hills, going the wrong way, and it was just the dog's face is like.
there were a
ass
couple.
rubbing
There
in
were
your
a
face.
couple Uis.
Yeah, deep.
Remember that?
The best wrong
Google
way
Maps.
was like at the end of that one path where like
all
it was
the way
real
deep
narrow,
into the-
and
yeah.
we're like, let's just stay here.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
just like camp at this guy's house.
There even had signs that was like not.
This is not the way to Malibu Creek
Yeah.
State Park. Like,
But I was like, "Fuck it, we
they're
can't
trying
believe
to
these-
run us off the course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
trick now.
They know what we're doing, and they
Those
don't want
signs
to
were
do it.
true.
It must be that good. They're trying to
Yeah, it was.
steer us away.
We were trying to follow the iPhone directions, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it kept leading us the wrong way in.
And like no one had service. iPhones kept crashing.
Yeah.
And we called the other car like 1,000 times. We called.
We kept missing this place.
Yeah, we called everyone in the area. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And
Trying
like,
to
no
reach
one picked
them.
up. a
Yeah, we're like,
single time.
who doesn't have AT&T?
Yeah.
Because Malibu
Call him.
Malibu Creek State Park isn't actually anywhere near Malibu or the coast. It's deep in. You're closer to Calabasas. That's the
Yeah.
that's the real.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
The taxi driver.
You're
told
like
me.
halfway between the coast and Calabasas
Oh,
out on the
yeah.
101. That's where you
right.
are.
Yeah.
So we took our way in, and then we were setting up camp, like in the last glimpses of sunlight.
It was
like
sun was going down.
sun's going down. It probably is down. We're using
By
the
the
last
we
half
take
hour.
a.
By
We
the
gotta
time
put
the
a
tent was
up.
up, people were wearing headlamps.
I like the. By the way, when
Yeah.
we were all like getting all the mushrooms out and stuff, and all the snacks and everything, and like let's go. And I feel like I was the only one. I was like, no, please, let's set up a tent now. It's never gonna happen if we don't do it right now.
Thank God. Yeah, you
and people actually used the tent this time.
it was teamwork putting that tent
We
together,
were
though.
sent. The tent had to be used at one point, as you
yeah.
remember.
We had like,
We'll
we had
tell
like
it
a
as-
supervisor for the tent. Everyone
Well, we
had their
put
own
Marino's
one.
girlfriend in charge.
She did everything.
We just agreed.
Thank
Becca's in
God for
charge.
her.
Let
Oh,
her-
yeah, she
let
was
her
in
deal with
charge
the
last
rules.
time.
She's
She
a
was in
great
charge
like
last week.
pioneer kind of wife kind of person. Like if you're on the frontier, she could build a log cabin. She did a lot of camping. She's a big tent assembler. So
Yeah,
she made
nice.
it went
A
up,
tentist.
and then Willie could tell you how nice the tent looked.
That tent
Willie
was
very-
spectacular. It was a house. It was
there's
a
a-
house. I told him, I said, this is a
It
house.
looks just like on the box.
Yeah.
But nobody used it at the end of the night. Was the best part.
You used it almost immediately.
I did, but half y'all.
You know,
passed out.
Lucas
I
used
never
it
went in
every
there.
way, outside, inside.
I did.
I never once went in there.
Yeah, I've never gone in the
I think
tent when we've been
It
camping.
was me and Eric. That was it.
I've held assemble, but I've never used
No,
it.
there were people.
There was,
We,
people went in there.
like when we got sent to bed by the cops.
Yeah.
Right.
So we were putting a tent together. It's dark.
Yeah, by the time it's done, it's dark. Yeah, we had to put our flashlights on and stuff.
One
towards
of
the
the
end.
features of the tent is it has a screen see-through roof that you could actually see. Like it had, like it
Yeah,
has
you can see
like,
like the moon and everything.
it has a moon roof, if you will, like T-top.
Ooh, vintage.
Yeah, so you could lay, we could lay down but still sort of see the moon, and
It was nice.
It's a great tent.
Whose tent is that? Toby's?
Toby's, you got it on
Sweet.
Craigslist. You got it on Craigslist.
Nice. That's a good time.
Some
for cricket
nature
sound
sounds
effects.
right there.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we got everything.
Yeah, we got
out.
there, and my dog was chasing the rabbits.
We start eating. Yeah.
And then Willie was
your
confused
dog's
by
going
rabbit
nuts.
holes. Yeah. Was it you that was confused
Oh,
by
there are
rabbit
rabbit
holes?
holes everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were rabbit holes everywhere. Last time at Joshua
dog
Tree,
would
there
go
was the
nuts on the
snake
rabbit.
And
holes
we're set
everywhere.
up. And we're set up right next to a family with children. There are multiple children.
They're like 30 feet away.
Yeah, really close.
It wasn't very far.
Well,
it
yeah.
wasn't what I had in mind when
There's
I
a
thought,
big
let's go
tree
camping.
in between us.
No,
that
right
Right
big
next to a
tree
single
helped.
mom.
Yeah.
The tree helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, but knowing that they were there.
to make us feel
We had
better.
a picnic table. Well, at least got them out
did
of our
not help
minds.
them.
So
Yeah.
while we were being assholes, we didn't have to think about it.
Yeah, it did not help the family, but we were doing fine.
And it
I was
really-
also thinking that we would walk away from it all for a while. Like
I
we
know.
wouldn't
Yeah.
even
Oh,
be
we
anywhere
did.
near the tent, probably.
I should have gotten away sooner. That was my problem. I
But
didn't get away from the
there
tent. sooner.
definitely-
We didn't even leave the tent.
We had a tent, we had a picnic table, and there was a big field behind us, and then that was pretty much
There
it.
was
we
like
have
the-
and a
two,
road
and
on
we
the
have
right.
two grinders that have Ari's face, his logo on them.
Oh yeah,
I think there's one
two
here
of my
somewhere.
grinders. Yeah.
He has two of his grinders, so they're
There's
on the. So
probably
now
some
we
around
lay
here.
everything out. We have chips, we have snacks, we have orange juice that we're going to put the mushrooms in, and we have a plethora of alcohol.
yeah,
and beer.
Madonia's on the grinders.
Right, and we're grinding everything up in
Yeah.
Ari's grinders,
Damadoni's in charge of Damadoni's
and
in
we're putting
Dallas
it in
right now.
orange juice,
Yeah,
and that's how we're going to take them.
he just keeps grinding them up and then emptying them.
AriShafir.com.
Yeah, it's arishafir.com.
Yeah, one of those
I
grinders.
remember Ari saying
Yeah.
too that
shipping and
you,
handling.
when we went to the
story
grocery
comes with
store,
merch-
By the way,
Merchandising.
but shipping and handling goes towards
He-
Matt Edgar.
no, we went to Ralph's beforehand though, and Ari, you said it right. You got the orange juice with the pulp and you mixed it in.
Oh, yeah.
and it literally was the easiest
Oh, yeah,
mushrooms
it's the
I've
best
ever
way.
taken.
Yeah, because then
can't
you don't
tell.
taste it because you don't even get the texture because
No.
it just feels like more
Yeah.
pulp.
Oh, let's
Yeah,
rewind
that
it back
tastes
to the Ralph's trip. The worst trip to any grocery store ever.
This is
got
really
nothing done
rewinding back.
So we had already done the pass off with the joint. We're all stoned,
Yeah, we are stoned out of our minds.
and we stopped at the Ralph's in Pacific Palisades.
And there was no structure to who was paying for what. Like we just ended up at the thing,
Or
and like
who's getting what.
Like,
it
we
was like
all
Ari paid for most of it. I threw some money at it, and then it was
Like we
just
all
a-
split up, and then we
Yeah, we
all
started
came up with the
together.
idea that we were going to buy everything for the group
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
So we had like 8 times the amount of food
Yeah.
that we really needed.
Yeah,
There were everyone had a bag of chips,
and it was like, oh yeah, what
Yeah.
about chips? And like 3 people would break off, get Doritos.
and then there were like
or-
Lunchables.
I don't think anyone had any idea what they wanted. We literally went through
Well,
every
I
aisle.
knew it's the same thing last time I did mushrooms. I always pack like fruits and like
Some stuff to have.
stuff that's safe to
Natural
you know.
stuff. Yeah.
We
Plus,
get
if you've been
turkey and
fasting
sandwich.
for a
We get
while-
bread and sandwich.
Oh yeah, like that was
Yeah.
also barely. I mean,
We
that
probably
was
hadn't
pretty
eaten
much
for a
anything
while.
we ate was.
I remember that Lucas
stuck
Harold
around.
got a giant box of, like a family-sized box of ice cream
Yeah,
sandwiches.
I did. I tried
What were
that.
you thinking?
You brought that with us?
No,
I don't remember that.
I had
Oh,
to
I
be
made him
convinced
turn
not
around.
to.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
I made him
oh,
turn
you were
around.
going
Really?
to.
We're going. Really?
Luke got a no.
I got
Yeah,
no.
it was like we're going camping without ice cream sandwiches.
what are
Come
you
on,
doing?
guys.
Where are we gonna put these?
yeah, yeah.
Well, it took 4 hours before to find the.
But we had a couple coolers, right?
We had a couple coolers. I like how we had all this sandwich material, and then the only condiment that we got was ketchup.
Yeah.
It wasn't true. The mustard
do you
was
mean?
in
Mustard was somewhere.
in Becca's car. It was just
Oh.
it had been misplaced. It was
Yeah.
waylaid till.
So we were
late
doing
in
like
the day.
bologna ketchup sandwiches.
There was like sort of a
Which weren't
lost
that bad.
misplaced bag, and mustard was
I didn't
found
have
like
any till
at
way
11
later.
o'clock the next
Oh,
day.
yeah.
I grabbed some Tangelos. That's what I grabbed.
Tangelos, that was a good addition. Yeah.
I grabbed a whole bunch of those because it's like they're in season, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're out of season or not, but they felt like they were in season.
We got all those adult Capri Suns. Remember the
yeah.
adult Capri Suns? It was like a giant Capri Sun with booze
it was
in
a
it.
disaster of a
Oh yeah,
a
there were
trip.
mixers.
Yeah, yeah,
And I forgot you're the fucking bartender.
yeah. I'm
So
making,
you
yeah, I'm making all these
made a
drinks.
bar.
Yeah, and I remember you ordered a drink. You're like, "Hey, make me a drink." I'm like, "Yeah, you got it." And you're like, I think your version of drinks and my version is way
So
different.
strong. You could taste fire.
Yeah,
And
well,
then you were like, oh, did I? No, it tastes fine. You just gulp the whole thing. Whoa.
delicious.
Yeah, I think the problem is when you're shopping when you're high for a mushroom trip, you start thinking like, what could we maybe get into later? Yeah, Tangelos.
It's just funny
What
to say
adventures are we going to go
Yeah,
on?
it's just funny to say that we were high planning to buy groceries for a mushroom trip. Like we went in the right state of mind to prepare for this
None
mushroom
of this
trip.
was
Well, we
sober.
were going to be in the middle of the woods. You would
Well, we
have
did all
access
this to
nothing.
set up, and we didn't do the food until on the fly because we figured.
Well, the
oh, we'll do
whole
it on
the whole
which is
thing was
stupid.
on the fly. The whole trip, we kept saying because I don't think a lot of us thought it was going to happen. We're like, we're all saying we're in it to the end. Even to us getting to that place where we camped at.
It was sort of like
we
a
weren't
game
giving
of
up.
chicken that everyone said they were in, and we're all going to half in, and we're half out.
Wait till
No
somebody
one
actually
broke, by
takes
the way.
charge and
And then
says,
we-
okay, we're going.
Yeah.
No one broke.
And
I mean,
so-
I broke
Yeah.
eventually, but that that's another story. Well, it's the same story, but it's later on.
The most important thing to know about this story, Matt,
Yeah.
is that 8 people left and 7 people returned.
That's right.
That's the
Came
thing.
back with
Yeah,
seven.
that's the tagline on the movie poster.
The magnificent
They
seven.
left with 8.
So we did the Ralphs, right?
Yeah, and then we got there, set the tent up. The dog's chasing rabbits.
Dog's going nuts. Dog's loving that place.
Oh, yeah, he had a
took him
blast.
off the leash immediately, and he just was like, yeah.
Yeah, he was having a hoot. He was chasing after that deer.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
chasing after the rabbits. He went into the neighbor's campsite like 10 times. I'm like, oh, sorry, he's friendly. Meh.
Yeah, they got all scared.
Did it scare those people
Yeah,
that walked
oh, yeah.
by? Remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like the other group of like
Yeah.
party camper.
They were doing one last
young
walk
people.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, let's walk around the campsite. But they stayed on the road like bitches.
yeah.
And then my dog scared the
I
shit
thought
out
they
of
were
me.
a church group.
Yeah,
I
they
was-
look churchy.
I had a real church vibe, but by that time the mushrooms had kicked in, and I was pretty sure they were a church group.
It's a
And
bunch of
one of the things we
nuns.
haven't mentioned is the whole campsite is a circle cul-de-sac, which all the campsites are surrounding the porta potty showering unit, like that's in a hillside. in
It's
the
all
center.
around that center thing.
Yeah, that's the center of our little community village, our
Yeah.
trailer park village.
I remember the campsite just south of us was a mother-daughter
Yeah, that's
outside.
You really met some people.
that's the one right next to us.
Right,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
right beside us.
Single
Like
mom.
having a little
She had
fire.
2 daughters,
Yeah.
though, right? 2 or 3 daughters.
I think
Oh, there was a whole family. There was
Yeah.
a whole.
No.
No,
I
there
just
was
remember
no
one
family,
on
but
one.
there was also like a mother-daughter just combo.
Yeah.
Did you hit on them?
No, they were the ones we were bothering the most.
Oh yeah, they were the ones who were bothering. Yeah,
They were right beside us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I would say it was the last weekend of the summer, so people
Yeah,
were
they
trying
were
to,
the ones on the other side of the tree.
We're sorry, Malibu Creek
Yeah.
State Park. To everyone who was there, we're really sorry that you had no idea what you were walking into.
Yeah, I'm sorry for nothing.
So
I paid my dues.
Literally, it was like, how much did it cost to get in?
It was like
Remember we had to talk to that guy?
$62.
It's a
So
lot,
we had- yeah,
and
we
it got
had-
paid for 2 cars. There was more money because of a second car.
Yeah,
yeah,
camping
they
in
paid per
Malibu
axle.
is expensive. Remember
Pretty much.
how much it cost to camp in Joshua Tree? Nothing.
you just
Yeah.
go out there, right?
Well, I think we ended up.
Well,
there was some like honor system, like put $15 in some drop.
It was 12. It was $12
Yeah, and then it was
versus
honor
62.
that, like
per
if you
car.
didn't
had a-
do
we
it,
had
if
a
they didn't do it, and they
ranger.
caught you, you'd get a fine. Like
24
it cost
bucks. Wait, so you could just go anywhere and they just say put stuff in by the road?
Yeah,
Well,
there's
this
some-
was the similar, like where there's numbered campsites
Yeah.
and you have your picnic table and all that.
It is
kind
like
of stuff.
that.
But this place was on lockdown comparatively.
Hey.
Yeah,
Oh.
do you know how long until the show starts?
How long until the show
Yeah.
starts?
The waitress is here.
Oh, I'll get a drink. Oh,
Oh, too late.
never mind.
I think she had a little slobber on her mouth.
She got a crush on you,
Just
Marino.
saw it.
Me?
Yeah, no, the Joshua
No,
Tree
you got
one is the
Matt.
same where it's like it is bigger, so it's like windy roads,
Okay.
and then you have like a fire pit and a picnic table, but it's way more
And
spread
a giant
out.
ledge
Way
that
more
you could
spread
literally
out. That's
howl at
the
the
key.
moon on. Yeah.
Getting away.
What's that? Oh, it's ready?
Ooh, the stage is ready.
So we're gonna lose one
Showtime.
person at a time, I guess,
Yeah.
as we're doing this. But
Just like we did that night. It was like an Agatha Christie mushroom trip where
Yeah.
people just went missing for periods of time.
Michelle?
Oh, thank you.
Michelle.
I don't know.
There's no Michelle's here.
Who's
It's my,
Michelle?
it's my drag name.
Oh yeah, I can see you going by Michelet.
Michelle with an
Madame
accent.
Michelet. I'm older now.
So what did he do? Madonia put it all in that big thing of orange juice and then split it up into,
Yeah, we
into,
split
into
it
red
up.
cups.
Yeah, red cups.
Yeah,
Which
and
was
it-
great about that because we before we took our drinks, we did a little shot.
That's
And-
right.
A shot of
Yeah.
We had our
shitty
first
fucking-
person throw up too.
Who bought some shitty warm vodka?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
it
me.
was like
That's always me. I'm
Scovar.
always.
It wasn't
I'm always
the
for
warmth of
shitty
the vodka that made me throw up, though. It was
What made you throw up?
It was the cup was too. I just didn't anticipate when the
Oh, it was
the
too big of a
actual
cup.
Oh, 'cause
vodka
it's-
was going to
oh,
hit
yeah.
the back
I
of
went
my
down the
throat.
wrong pipe
So
essentially.
as soon as it hit like a second after, I was like the embrace wasn't. It was all off. I didn't time it right.
And this
it was really more of
quality-
a gag from the taking the shot bad, and then I just threw up after that.
This quality of vodka was somewhere between Scovar and Popov.
That would just be
Really?
the first
Yeah, I
throw
think
up
this
of
was
the
not-
evening.
Yeah,
was
that
bad.
was the
It burned
that was the,
hard
that
going
was the
down.
first throw up of the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
that
we
was-
chase it with the mushroom orange
Before
juice?
we even took
yeah.
it.
We chased
I
it
guess
with the
we
mushroom
did.
orange juice.
Yeah, I was like, wow. And you barked, but so you had to not drink your orange juice.
He took an extra second.
You like
Yeah.
waited,
Oh,
barked,
no,
and
I
then
even
drank
took
it.
another shot. Like I wasn't done with it. I went back for more.
All right, guys, I'll be back.
Yeah,
Have
See
fun.
you, Lucas Hurl.
Wait, who's starting the show?
I'm going to start the show. Lucas is going to do 10, and then...
You're gonna just do a couple minutes?
Yeah, I'm just
and then
doing
go
like
back
2 or
to-
3
Well, that's
minutes.
actually exactly right because Hurl kind of, as soon as we took it, then Hurl collapsed and
Hurl
was
took a
actually-
nap.
Laid out for a second.
Hurl not being present for this first part of After the Mushroom is really appropriate because what
Yeah.
happened was Hurl immediately laid down in front of the tent like a log and proceeded to just.
But I like how Hurl would hear things once in a while. And
chime in.
later, I was like, oh yeah, I heard somebody say this
And
word.
he'd be like, "Arrgh," and he'd make noises and weird.
For some reason, I feel like he was laying in hay, like straw or something.
He was. There had recently been a haying to that field that we were in.
Yeah, there was a lot of hay everywhere.
There was a really great
Didn't
field.
he ask you to make him a turkey sandwich?
I
Yeah,
said,
way later.
I said, if you stop with those damn sandwiches,
He was demanding sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, once we got going.
Yeah.
So we took the shit. Wait, do you guys
Yeah.
get scared at all anymore before you take it?
Nah.
You don't at all.
Everything, like, if I'm
Right
taking
before-
a
right before you're
lot,
taking some mushrooms.
The mushrooms.
No, I
Oh,
have
yeah,
to.
of course.
I already know
Yeah.
that I know it's a mental trick that you have to just be in a good mindset to take mushrooms. So you got to
Okay.
be relaxed.
yeah, if
Yeah,
I'm
I
taking
got-
if I'm taking more than like a quarter ounce, then yeah, I'll be like, well, this might turn bad.
Yeah,
So
I
you
just
get
I keep it
just
positive.
trepidatious.
I feel
But
like
yeah,
the name
I'm-
of the
I stay
game
happy, yeah.
is to keep on just convincing yourself that everything's okay.
go.
Plus, I
So,
also
I mean,
took
yeah,
that
you're on the
Molly
interest.
too. I took Molly before I took the mushroom.
Before. Oh, that
Oh,
puts you in
that's
a better
right. There
mood.
was
But-
Molly.
Yeah.
Here's
yeah.
the thing. That was just my second time ever doing mushrooms. So I don't know how many times you
Yours
guys
too,
did
right?
it.
No, third. Okay, for you. So second for you, Willie.
And I was more relaxed the second time.
The first time was
Because
at
it,
the circus.
it literally was about the people that I was around. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I felt at the time.
the first time
Yeah.
was at the circus, right?
Yeah.
And the circus, the doing mushrooms at the circus was when you get that tension, when you get that nervous tension, like oh shit, something's going wrong. At the circus,
Yeah.
we would literally just say the word circus,
Yeah.
circus, and it was like a release of tension.
Snap
You're like,
out of it.
Yeah.
and it helped you like a little
Go
mantra or
like,
something.
hey, yeah, look around. You. It's not really that serious. Yeah.
And now Willie was going for time number 2.
Yeah.
And it was
But we
his
take
birthday.
it, and then we all started laughing.
We were giggling. We had the
Pretty
gigs.
fast.
We had the
Yeah.
gigs
Well,
for
I,
sure.
I had to immediately take a dump right after.
Didn't even wait.
No. While you guys were giggling, I was like figuring out that fuck, it's starting to kick in while in the bathroom.
Oh, really?
I was like,
Oh,
like it-
shit, I better
like-
get out of here.
I've been down that road before, and it's like a dark bathroom. There's no lights and
It looks
stuff.
like there could be spiders.
I thought I had a
Oh,
timer
because I
or
saw
something.
it going wrong so many ways.
Yeah.
I didn't trust the toilet.
Yeah, I didn't dump
It looked
until
like clean facilities. I mean,
think
I
the next
didn't
day.
use them. I mean, you used them, but
Yeah, they're pretty clean, but it's still like
I either
can't
use
be
them
done
When the
something.
toilet's made of silver aluminum,
I did
like
in the
that,
morning.
like,
yeah,
like it look when the toilet looks like you could have made it.
yeah. It's like those
I don't
beach
trust them.
aluminum.
Yeah, it was very much that.
There's
It
no
was-
there's no like seat.
there was no seat covers.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was prison style.
Prison style.
No seat
Aluminum
covers.
prison style.
Ew.
You can't. There's no mirror.
So you were really
Yeah.
like spazzing out then, Mad.
Well, I was at the same time. It was like, stick to your guns. Like everything's cool. I'm just in here taking a dump right now. It's gonna pass. And all my friends, and I could hear you guys laughing. It was like I got just nothing but fun.
we
waiting
were
for me.
loud. I mean, this
could
bathroom.
hear us all the way up there?
was.
I could hear you.
What do you think
Well, I
about-
heard laughter.
Wait, 100
coming out,
yards
and there was
away?
Still,
That's
Well,
like
it was a
100
clear
yards.
night. You could
Yeah.
hear people.
I mean, there was people out.
It was about
you know
yeah,
what
it was
I
a
mean?
football field away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could hear everything clear as a bell. We were
Wow.
not quiet.
And by the way, I'm so glad we chose the full moon because it was so well
Matt
lit.
Edgar closet.
Oh yeah,
Matt Edgar Claus
you
is
have
so
to go
That's
camping
right.
on full moon. You have to go camping on, even if you're not taking mushrooms, which I don't know why you would be camping anyways. But like the full
Mushrooms on
moon,
full moon.
yeah, the full moon changes everything because you don't need flashlights. You can just walk around and see everything.
It lights everything up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Matt Edgar Claus of Shroomfest.
Yeah, you can see
They said
all the
it should be
wildlife.
during the longest lunar point on a weekend.
Yeah,
in the
time
summer.
it with the moon. You know?
Yeah, make it really well lit. Yeah.
That's one to
You
grow
can do
on.
that with their iPhone.
So
now.
Willie kept doing this thing where, make sure to check your Twitter constantly while we're doing this.
I'm listening the whole time.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I
There's
am.
no way.
Yeah.
What did he say before me? Not the last thing or the second to last
He said,
thing.
we said we were being loud. We're being loud, and you
I
know,
said-
and
I
the
said
full,
that.
and the full moon, Matt Edgar Claus.
Nope, that was all right.
Yes, Matt Edgar.
Yeah, then. All right, I wasn't paying fully attention. Okay, I wasn't paying fully attention. You caught me. You win. You win.
You kept doing this thing where you'd laugh and then run away.
Yeah.
And then run back.
Well, see, here's the thing, because I always feel
Really?
like you got to leave on a good note, but I would want to come back immediately.
Yeah.
He would circle in with his finger upraised in the number 1 symbol, and he kept saying, "Time is a game. Time is a game."
Well, at that
Time is
time,
a
at that
game.
moment, I felt like a true American for some reason. I felt like, oh, can I put my finger up in the air and just go, yeah, we're number 1?
And he's raving about
Yeah.
how beautiful the tent is. The tent is a house.
sounded like
Outside, it
Obama.
looks like a house. This looks like a house. Inside's just a tent. But
Yeah.
outside, it is a house.
Like,
It
once
could
you
not
go
have been
inside, you're like, this is a fucking tent. But on the outside, I'm telling you, this thing was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it looked like the box. I mean, it was literally perfect, and we all
Sleeps
knew
10.
it. And when Luke was laying below it, like when he laid down next to it, it looked like he could have even been the model on the picture on the box.
somehow
It was-
came-
it-
he
he
came
looked
with the
perfect
tent.
for the tent.
Yeah, but he would have
The
been
tent matched
the dog curled up in front of it.
Yeah, we kept saying Luke not included. That's what
Yeah, Luke not included.
And you'd be
not
like,
included.
"Thank you," and you run around the tent and then all the way back in.
Yeah, Willie, you were very much you were having a real good one to start off with. You were real funny. You were telling jokes,
I was
running around like on a
kept trying to
Patriot.
guess the time. I say it's 10:19.
He was
Is it?
nailing it.
You know what it was?
Yeah, we're like-
You know what it was? I became like a little kid again. I was obsessed with time when I was a little kid. Like I would stay up just to stay up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's like the Steve
Once you
Simone.
hit midnight, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Steve Simone joke. It's so true.
Totally.
And then so I was obsessed with that, and I was like still loud at the same time. So I was just like a little boy at that moment. Like I was like everything's fun, and then it didn't get fun.
Yeah, it was a guessing game. Like, what time? Is it midnight? We're like, no, it's only been like 30 minutes. Like, no way.
I remember I popped my shirt off immediately,
Yeah.
and Willie kept on commenting on that.
Well,
You popped your shirt off?
Oh, immediately.
Oh yeah, as soon as we got there.
I'm halfway out the car, like the clutch is still in.
You put that big long hat thing on?
Oh,
Or
dude,
does
when
that come on
I
later?
found my spirit hood, which got lost on
you look like a
Halloween,
bear. You like a big bear.
I was so because I was rolling on the Molly, and the mushrooms were really starting to kick in. Because I lied down on the ground, I was looking at the stars for a while.
There was some
And-
rolling on the ground.
Yeah, I was for sure on the ground for a while. And then I'm like, oh my god, I have a great idea. And then I'm like, I like looked for that hat for it. I'm like, oh, here it is. I put it on. I just had a big old grin ear to ear. I didn't take that off until things got unfortunate.
Yeah, what's the matter, Edgar?
Well, the thing was, I wasn't off. I wasn't off on the time though. I was killing the time. I was like, I got off there for a little bit, but I was
Oh, then
on.
you realized you were like,
Oh yeah,
And
you're
you know
crushing
why?
it.
You know why? Because I told Marina, I said, should we start a campfire yet? And he said, no, not yet. And I looked at my clock. It was 10 o'clock. And I said, 10:30 we'll do it. He goes, 10:30. And then all of a sudden, all this happened. I said, what time is it? And I looked at Marina. It goes, 10:30. Boom. Just like that.
That's some weird bag.
I remember you
some bag
saying,
of charcoal. That's
I
all.
remember you saying it's 10:19, and then you're like, okay, and then like you came back like, what time is that? Let me guess, 10:21. And we'd be like, yeah, it's been 2 minutes. You'd be like, bam, nailed it.
And then he goes
Kept
circling
doing that.
around the
Yeah.
campsite again.
Come back like still 10:21. You're like, bam, nailed it.
It was very short increments for sure.
But then,
it felt so long to me.
but then Willie keeps getting frustrated because he keeps wanting to go, like he wants to go over into this field or that hill, and then he turns to Madonia and he's like, hey, Madonia, have you been over there? And Madonia's like, yeah. He's like, oh, and he was like, Madonia was like Columbus beating him to discover each new
like
territory.
if Madonia had been there, I didn't want to go.
If Madonia what?
He because kept asking, did you go over there? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, fuck.
I don't want to go to that field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? If Madonia? Oh wait. Hold
Because
on.
I felt like
Madonia-
I felt like he
Madonia,
had
like, did a
conquered all
circle.
those areas.
Yeah.
And
Madonia did a quick circle, as Madonia does on mushrooms. He did a quick.
Oh yeah,
like,
he
circle.
ran away.
Yeah, me and the dog
Yeah.
did the same thing. I think I was gone during that. I
Immediately
did the
Dan
same
took
thing.
off. Like it was like immediately Dan took off.
Like I don't know the layout of the campsite we're really in until 9 o'clock the next morning because I never get like 50 feet away from the tent.
Yeah, ideally we were like, let's go during the day, and like
Right.
really walk it out and get our feel of the place.
Well,
and
the
then,
thing was, it hit mushrooms at sunset.
right, we really hit at sunset.
That's where you wanted to be.
Yeah, but that wasn't going to happen for us.
That's not what happened.
Yeah. So wait, where were we?
Yeah, so Madonia ran around and
Discovering territory.
Oh, yeah.
discover the territory. I think after
So
I
we
put
call
that ad on, I
Madonia
did the
right
same
now?
thing with my dog.
Yeah,
That's
we
when I
should
dis-
try to get Madonia.
Yeah, that's when I discovered that theater over there.
The theater.
Remember
oh,
the
yeah.
little theater thing?
Yeah, that's where you
Yeah,
found that.
the outdoor amphitheater.
I thought you were kidding the entire
too.
time you said that there's
There's
a
a little
theater.
theater
I'm
out
like,
there.
dude, there's a
What?
stage.
Because then immediately people are like, oh, let's do a set
Yeah.
in front of the wildlife.
I thought you meant like a tree looked like I don't know, like an audience member sort of, and a rock looked like a stage, and you're like, I could sort of see this. Yeah, I really didn't know he was serious.
Well, there was a manufactured outdoor theater.
Yeah, it was like
was
perfect
it
for
on-
like
on
scout
Madonia's
groups
number?
and that kind of like
It was
outdoorsy thing.
it was a summer camp. Let's have a variety show with Cabin 7.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm texting him Madonia's number, so you guys keep going.
So Madonia is discovering new territory, and Willie is starting to get frustrated that he keeps getting beaten to each new nook and cranny of the state park.
Why, Willie?
Because I just wanted to go to like a new area. And the point was, like, I didn't even know if Dan was telling me the truth or he was lying. I was like, really? Have you been there? So I start making up stuff, and he's like, yeah, I've been there. I was like, all right, now you're just lying to me. Like, I would say, like, what about over that fence over there, that person's yard? Oh, yeah, I already been there. I was like, now you're lying, Dan. You're fucking lying to me. So it became, like, this frustrating thing with me is like, God, he's fucking lying to me. He has not been to all those areas. But he did go to all those areas inside, straight ahead.
Yeah, he walked all around there.
Yeah. So then we just started walking around, and that's when I saw the deer,
Yeah, there was
walking through the
a lot
field.
of deer. We saw the deer a whole bunch of times. That was great.
It was also cool. You know what I liked about this? Every time we got a little too stoned, not too stoned, too whatever you call it. What do you call it when you get too what on mushrooms?
You're just tripping balls.
tripping.
Yeah, all right. You get too tripping,
And it
and you
happened.
just wanted to walk off by yourself a little bit and just
Yeah.
kind of look at everything. And I kept waiting, like, please don't anybody say where you're going.
Oh, the word was gay, Ari.
And nobody did that to anybody.
What?
We just let each other kind of
Yeah.
wander off.
Oh, yeah.
You
No,
know,
just wandered off.
Nobody was like, "Hey, where's Mervis headed?" Just nobody said a word about it. It was cool.
That was until the, hey, where's Willie? Oh, Willie's in the tent. And I'm like, Willie's not in the tent.
Oh, yeah.
And then that was when Willie was gone. And Willie ran away from the entire trip.
Well, yeah. Let's back up. So.
Wait. That's whoa. You,
way later.
dude, you missed like the whole.
I'm
The
not.
whole
meeting.
night.
I'm not. I'm just I'm throwing teasers ahead that get filled
You just
in.
You just gave him the ending.
Hey, Dan, you're on the feelings zone.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Dan Madonia.
This is Iron Dan Madonia.
Hey, Dan. It's all of us over here.
It's the Magnificent Seven.
It's Magnificent Eight.
Congratulations, Dan. You have won $1 million.
Yes, it's about time.
This is
Let's go.
I'd like to give it all back.
Madonia.
I won't.
We were talking about our mushroom trip, and we're up to the point where you started walking off and exploring the area.
So you're at the beginning.
Yeah.
You've made it to the beginning of our journey.
We were just at the point where Willie was saying, "How about I want to go look over there," and you kept saying, "Yeah, I've been there already. Here's what it's like."
Well, that's because I had been there already. I sensed where everybody wanted to be, and I wanted to make sure everything was safe.
Yep.
The only place I hadn't been was Skunk Trail.
That's right.
Up the blind
yeah.
trail. Yeah.
Dan covered the ground for us. Made sure we're all gonna be cool out
He's
there.
a good person to do mushrooms with because he
Yeah,
he does a very quick circle of the entire area.
A quick
Matt, you
recon.
probably
Takes
want to go in there.
inventory.
Okay, so at some point,
All right, just don't fuck up the part where I have to talk to the cop.
okay.
That's like my favorite part.
Oh no, we won't. We won't get to that yet. Well, we'll do a split because we split. Me, Mervis, and Madonia went off on our own.
Yeah.
So let's just do that. At this point, we start
We
breaking
call
up.
that wonderful time.
Wonderful time.
Yeah.
We break up.
Yeah. This is one I was like, hey guys, I was
You got
telling you about
serious
this.
about that stage.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm serious. There's a real stage. You guys are like, no, there isn't. I'm like, well, follow me.
Yeah.
We'll show you. And then we
So
found
me
the stage.
and Madonia went with you.
Yeah.
Was that just the three of us?
It was just the three of us and the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when we found the book of poetry.
Yeah.
The teenage angst-filled book of poetry.
Yeah. Well, it actually was a stage, by the way.
Yeah.
There was like chairs made of like oak trees.
Yeah,
like
it was
benches.
a nice
And
woods.
it was on like a cement altar that was in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on an altar. The book of
poetry book.
Yeah.
It looked like they'd sacrificed someone there. For some
Yeah,
no
and
reason.
then,
The
we
altar.
read
I saw that notebook.
For the rituals,
Yeah,
When people are out there camping, they want to make their sacrificial rituals.
obviously. And then right after we stopped reading the poetry aloud,
Yeah.
that's when we first ran into the Rangers.
Yeah. these guys were coming out of the trees, and we're like, "What's that?"
We're like, is that people? I think that's
By the
people.
way, that's how well lit it was. We read the poetry.
There are people coming out of the woods right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
read. You
We
can
read
read
the
a
poetry
notebook
by
by
moonlight.
Yeah. And that's the only way
out
that
there.
notebook could have been read.
Yeah.
If it was sunlight, it would have been
Yeah,
a
why
blank
not?
notebook.
We were going back and forth between like going, "Whoa, that's really deep," and like, "Wait, what? What is this? Who wrote this? A 7-year-old?"
And then, like, once we saw the Rangers, and they were cool. They were super cool. They're like, hey, guys, how you doing? We're like, we're great. How are you? We're also great.
Trying to make it seem like we're not on mushrooms. We're just out here being fine.
Yeah. They're
We're
like,
enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, they're like,
I'm
"Do you-
sober,
do
I'm
you guys-
sober, I'm sober.
Yeah.
do you guys see the moon? It's really nice. And we're like, yeah, it is really
Sure
nice.
is nice. Everything's great out here.
Yeah, well, see you later. And then we walked the opposite direction of them.
Yo,
And
they
that's
said,
when-
is that dog on a leash? And you're like,
Oh, yeah. Then of course it is. And then I got my leash.
Yeah.
And then put him on a leash. But that's when we walked away, and that's when we find the trail made for blind people.
Yeah, it's a blind trail.
Yeah, like the sign for the trail was in English, but then right below it there was the Braille equivalent.
Well, we took.
Wait, before we got to the blind trail, remember before we got to the blind trail,
Yeah.
I went down into
The thistle.
the river
No,
bed.
even before that, you decided to go through the thistle instead of use the path.
Yeah,
There was a path back to where we wanted to go, but you're like, fuck the path. Why do we need the path? Let's just go through this thistle.
yeah.
And then our legs started getting cut up, and we were like, fuck this thistle. Why aren't we on the path? But yeah, but
And then we had,
then
is that
got
when
to
we
the back
abandoned you in the river?
embankment? Yeah, there was this embankment that went down. And
What,
Yep, and
what was
then-
going on down in the river?
Madonia said, I'll just go in there. And he just leaped in.
And then I was listening to your voices, and I couldn't. All of a sudden, your voices were gone, and I was like, "Oh, they left me down here."
It was Mervis. You'll have time before Lucas gets back. When Lucas gets back, that's when
Oh,
you
is
know.
Lucas still on stage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he'll be off. He'll come back, and then
Sweet.
I'll tell you how long he's been off.
Okay, so he's down in the river.
No, yeah, Mervis walked away, and I was just standing there by myself.
Well, I went to go look for a way in because Madonia and his skinny 32-inch waist got down.
You tried to follow him. And you're
Yeah,
like,
and I'm
"No."
like, I'm not going down that way. I'm gonna go upriver and see if there's a crossing. And then that's when I didn't say anything when I walked away. And then you're in the dark alone. And then so I guess you walked a different direction.
Okay, right then when I'm in the dark, I just sort of started wandering off because I thought if Madonia started walking in, like he abandoned me that way, you abandoned me the upside, and I'm just like, I think I'm out here alone. Let me try to like figure out how far you would have walked. And that's when I heard these coyotes start howling.
Yeah,
Just off
the painful like the yell
Yeah.
howls.
Yeah. Yeah. There was like a couple of them.
And we're like,
was
let's
really
go
loud.
that way.
Yeah, but no, you guys were nowhere, and I was like, what the fuck?
Now,
I
wait.
was starting scared.
But meanwhile, at this point, while you guys are hearing those coyote howls, what has happened is the Rangers have shown up at the camp.
No, wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
we're-
No, but I can just do a flat. I just want to do.
We're going to describe wonderful
This
times.
is what Edgar wants me back.
No.
for. It was like
This
a
is just
Fellowship of the
no.
Rings.
I just want to, but I can flat.
There's a lot of other shit going on with the other guys
Yeah,
while we're
time
doing
is moving
this.
with them.
I'm
Yeah.
just
We'll start
okay.
over.
Then I'll say it this way: from the campsite, it
Yeah.
sounds like after we've been told to be quiet, that you guys are being assholes, howling like
We'll get to
coyotes.
that. Yeah.
We'll get to that. So we hear the coyotes and we regroup after
Yeah.
Dan screams for us.
We're all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan says, hey, where are you? And I was like, I'm up here. Where are you? Had you gone down in the other way?
I didn't find a crossing that was suitable for a man of my proportions.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just came out because I felt very alone.
Yeah, down in the dark abandoned river.
So we walked up together.
Yeah, so we walked off together towards the coyote sounds.
Happy your dog was around us too, by the way.
Yeah.
Felt like
Yeah,
protective.
the dog was guarding us all night, kind of.
And then we walked on where this trail was.
Yeah, and it was the blind trail, and it had the sign in English, and it had the sign in Braille. And it was like, this path is 1,292 feet long. At 10:51, it veers to the left. It's 4 feet wide and has wood girders on each side that are 4 inches tall. And it was like very, very specific, so blind people can just be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm just going to cruise.
Yeah.
Perfect
So they
trail
can get
to find
along
in the
with it.
dark.
Yeah. Perfect trail. And it was narrow. I mean, this path
We couldn't
was...
read the Braille.
But in the blind, you should,
Yeah.
you should be able to walk a blind path in the dark.
Yeah.
And the path was narrow. It was like, I'm guessing 3 feet wide. Like, it was not 2 people wide. Remember that?
It was what? Oh,
Like the blind trail was very narrow.
Yeah,
had
it wasn't
like,
3 people wide.
Yeah, it had like little girders on the side.
Yeah, so what is that? Oh, that's outside.
It was two.
Is there a high school football game going on?
It sounds like it.
I don't know.
I might just be hallucinating that noise. So I'm okay with it.
I thought someone was playing a stereo.
Yeah.
Those guys are some celebrating motherfuckers.
Are we under attack?
Jesus Christ. No, I hope not.
we're under attack by a JV pep squad.
All right, there's the nunchucks right there, guys. There's that fourth falcon on top of Veronica.
So we're walking on the blind trail, and we're like stopping and reading the signs. My
It
dog
says this is a persifer tree or something.
Yeah, we're like, oh, look at this tree.
Like,
It's not indigenous, but how's it here? And we're like learning about foliage.
Yeah, fuck it.
And then all of a
How
sudden,
bad are you tripping right now, by the way?
huh?
Both of you guys, how bad are you guys tripping?
I am tripping balls at this point.
I'm feeling really good. I'm enjoying myself thoroughly.
Yeah, the Molly is going good. The mushroom's going real good. Ooh, redban is.
Oh yeah. By the way, the Molly was great with that.
Oh yeah.
And ecstasy and mushroom. Don't open the door, Brian. Don't invite them in.
Is he gonna throw that bird at
Brian,
them?
why would you go out there? He'd be the worst in a zombie apocalypse.
man.
Why would you open the door?
Yeah, like, zombies, keep it
Answering
down
for
out
that.
there.
Yeah. Oh no.
Is there a zombie apocalypse
Yeah,
happening in LA?
zombies, keep it down out there.
Going down.
Show?
What?
Whoa. What's going on
Why
out
would you
there?
go out there with them?
Well, he had a bird of
You
prey.
guys have to let me know.
Oh, yeah, you can't hear this, Madonia. There's a crazy party outside
Yeah.
of like 30 guys singing and having a gay old time.
One chick.
Yeah.
No, so we're all tripping, and we're
yeah.
like the technical term is hippie flipping.
Hippie flipping. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
He
it
made
was
really good.
with Molly and mushrooms, but
he-
if it's with ecstasy and mushrooms, then it's candy flipping.
Okay. Because the only problem that might get to you when you're on mushrooms, like you start getting little bad feelings, but then the
Then
fucking
the
ecstasy.
keeps you so happy.
Yeah.
So the mushroom trip just is amazing.
Yeah. How long you been off stage, Lucas?
Sorry, 15 minutes. I got lost on my way here.
You've been off for 15 minutes?
No, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, so we got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you better go right.
Okay.
So
So we're tripping, and then the dog is running around having a blast. He's just having the time of his life, and then he gets really into something.
Yeah.
Like he gets like so like
Yeah.
we're like, oh, what's he looking at? Is it something cool? And we're like, oh shit, skunk.
Yeah.
And
He
like
was attacking a skunk.
yeah, like and they were squaring off like boxers.
It looked like a tussle from a comic strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got his thistle.
yeah, it was hilarious.
And he's like,
Yeah, and there's
skunk.
the skunks, and they're swatting at each other, and skunks don't swat
They're like
at
a
80-pound dogs.
And then, yeah. And then somebody, I think Madonia, you yelled, run.
Yeah, I'm like,
skunk,
run.
That means we should go away.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, like we're running away, and like I'm calling the dog, and the dog starts running, but then the skunk is like chasing after us.
Yeah.
and then the
stopped
dog,
and turned around. I ran into you like a fucking brick wall.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like
like-
a hard pick.
because the dog is so fast, and he hadn't run by us at that point.
Yeah.
So we oh shit, the dog turned back, and I turn around and I drop. Did I fall down or did you fall? Did we both fall down? I think we
fell
both
down,
fell down.
yeah.
Like we dropped like a bag of rocks.
We're not.
Yeah, and at that point, I'm like, I yelled out, "Save yourself!" and I run back to go get the dog. Yeah, save yourselves! And I run back, and the skunk and the dog is running towards me at this point, and the skunk is chasing the dog, and I grab the dog by the collar to like pull him, and as I'm bending down, grabbing the dog, the skunk sprays me and the dog.
It smelled terrible too.
Oh, it was bad.
That was
Smell
It was so bad, and the dog,
And the
like
dog
we
got in
rolled
the
around in
face.
that dirt. The dog is doing the paws on the nose.
He's in pain.
Yeah,
This dog
like,
is in
yeah.
such pain. He's
It's in pain. It got in my face. It was so
But he-
terrible.
But here's the weird thing: it wasn't as bad as you would think it would be. But the dog
Yeah.
got it right in the face. But their smell is
Because
so
that's because
sensitive.
the skunk sprayed at those coyotes earlier. You guys are gonna have to get into that because I'm gonna have to leave in a second.
No, wait around. Hold on.
But
I'll
well,
get back to you in the shower.
yeah. And then like I get back to the
That's how we'll do
to
it.
the campsite, and I see Edgar walking back, and he's all alone looking for us.
Yeah.
And he's like,
by
hey,
the way,
hey,
the
buddy,
dog
hey, buddy.
doing that is-
And I'm like, stay away from me. And he's like, what? No, it's
Who
me,
said
Matt. It was Edgar. And I'm like, you got to stay away from me. He's like, no, dude, it's your buddy, Matt. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I get hit by a skunk.
Yeah, I'm
And
not mad.
then like I sit back at the campsite, and I'm just so bummed out. And I'm like sitting there, the dog's sitting there, like we poured water on both of us.
Oh yeah,
just
you
to
went
get it
back
out
to
of
get
our eyes.
water.
And then I just look up in that tree, and that's when that giant owl was sitting in that tree. I'm like, nature's stupid.
This
and I sit down,
tree with an owl on top of it in front of the
then
moonlight.
I look up, and the Tim Burton tree is full of giant owl. And I'm like, oh, nature is cool. Like it was,
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the shower room.
Okay, we'll cut off and we'll come back to you. At this point, he breaks off and he goes to take a shower, and then we'll stop
Get the skunk
where
off.
we'll come back to you guys right now. Get Edgar off
And
stage.
how hard were you guys shrooming? Like, were you guys like really bad?
Now
shrooming,
this is
like?
exactly where I start throwing up.
Now we'll back up. Yeah, now we'll
Yeah,
back
like
up.
we're
So Madonna, you're still here.
Yeah, maybe if you want to get into the
Yeah,
Willie
Madonna, how are you
stuff,
feeling? Before we get to the camp, how are you feeling with all this skunk stuff?
You know, I was feeling awesome, actually. I was feeling really good. You know, I just trampled a Jew. Things were feeling up and up. I was worried for Merv, but I was really high.
Yeah, it was just feeling really good. That I was glad we didn't get skunked on. It was just Mervis. I was
Yeah,
happy. I was
exactly.
like, that
We were
sucks for him,
good.
but
We
I
were
don't. I
far
didn't
away
get it.
enough.
Dodged the
But
bullet.
we still experienced the skunk.
Yeah, he ran off ahead to go to the campsite. We just sort of walked slowly back. Yeah, I was tripping pretty balls there. You look up at the sky for a while. It's pretty fucking rad.
yeah, because
Discussed
it's all
how
paying
there
off.
was a possibility that this might make the trip bad, but no, we're okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Everything's kicking in, and the
before
moon
we
is
get to
perfect.
The, yeah.
Like the moon is really this whole blue moon thing is blowing up.
Okay, so then before we get back to the campsite. Now, when we left to go to the stage, this is when you guys, I don't know what happened. Because me and Madonia and Mervis all left.
Well, this is about the time that Lucas wakes up.
Right.
So Lucas, what happens is, for the rest of the whole trip, Lucas is gonna about every 45 minutes. Lucas is gonna be alternate whether he's unconscious or conscious, and he's just gonna be. He's either gonna lay out like a log, either inside or outside the tent, or he's suddenly gonna be up and he's just gonna be consuming alcohol, sandwiches, weed, whatever. Like he's.
I didn't drink much. I didn't get very
Megman turkey
high.
sandwich.
But he's also just sitting there now giggling and like sort of like half-eaten sandwiches.
Yeah.
that,
Turkey sandwich.
that
Well,
the
he,
thing- the
he
thing
and
about
Mervis's
mushrooms-
dog are like they are one. The dog and Luke are kind of one
Yeah.
via
We
turkey
have a
sandwich.
special connection, me and Preppy.
Yeah.
I go to Mervis's, and it's like an unspoken bond.
Dude, that dog being right in your face and licking your face when you're on mushrooms.
Well, his ass was on my face the whole time, so it's
Now you're getting the better end of the deal.
Way nicer.
But yeah, I was worn out. I'd been shooting all day in Beechwood, and then I got the surprise call to do mushrooms. So I was exhausted and hungry. And the thing about shrooms is it accentuates whatever feeling you're feeling. So when you're tired and hungry, you're going to be really tired and hungry, and that's exactly what I was. But yeah, that's about the time that we had to deal with the police is when Ari and all. And I never. That's when the trip turned bad, I think, for.
Well, let me say this. So you get up, and now I think you or Matt is asking me for my pipe and to smoke, and I'm like, I was just about to leave the campsite, where now I load a bowl, and I hit it. I make the mistake of hitting it, and so then I start coughing, and that gets my, like with mushrooms, like that gets my mucus gag reflex going, and now I'm cough hacking into throwing up, and now I'm mushroom throwing up, and I'm tripping balls, but now I also don't care that I'm throwing up because honestly,
You were barf laughing?
No, I'm barf tripping, and it's like because it's also I'm throwing up, but now the moonlight in the next empty campsite is clearly like the light of God, and I'm like looking at the picnic table. I'm like I'm going over to that picnic table, and I'm about to have my mushroom trip revelation, because I'm throwing up all the badness, and I'm about to have the thing. And I'm throwing up, and I'm really a loud person, and I just retching super loud. So everyone, it's crazy loud.
Were you listening to this?
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was like, ah, and
I sort of
spewing.
I sort of do this, like I walk away from everybody as I start going on this puking jag, and I go all the way into this couple campsites over, and then I slowly come back around. And by the time I come back around and I've composed myself, Matt is there, and Becca is there, and Hurl is there, and now there are 2 park rangers, but for all intents and purposes, they're cops. The cops have just shown up because I'm not in my head right now.
When you're on mushrooms, everyone to me who's wearing a hat is a cop.
Right, everyone's a cop, and I know that I've just walked in, and
It's an interesting rule.
and I know that
Yeah, it is, isn't
even tripping balls, I knew how to handle myself. I knew how to handle myself around cops. My mom's a cop, and I knew
So
that
they were already there talking to you guys? Oh, Matt Edgar wants to be here for this so fucking bad.
Well, it's perfect. He's gonna come back, but here's the thing: is that so I've obviously to them I'm clearly the drunk friend who's throwing up and gone too far. That's what's happening.
It was
so
the
I'm not even allowed to. I know not to talk to anyone, but I don't say anything as I come back and suddenly am presented dun 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 with the cops at the campsite.
It was the funniest part of the trip is when the cop is talking to us and Marino's literally running around between the trees and the tent barfing, bent over, like the kind of puke that you have to sit down for is what he's doing.
Were you on your knees?
No. But I was like, I mean, it was from my feet. Like it was like every throw up was a 3-point shot. It was like,
Yeah, it was very cartoonish. It was very cartoonish
Yeah.
because he would like convulse a little bit and shake and then hold his stomach and just like a lot would come out, not just a little bit.
I'd sort of levitate.
That didn't worry you?
No, I've done it before. Like it's all
So it's all fine?
like
Had you taken the Molly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Molly? Did you just call it the Molly?
Yeah.
And the other
Did you
thing
take
was,
the Molly?
And the other thing was,
Yeah,
I had
Molly with the mushrooms. It's a perfect combo.
I had also had some of my girlfriend
Except for
Becca's share.
The taste isn't that.
Oh, yeah. The taste of
great.
it was horrifying.
The Molly or the mushrooms?
Molly.
The
It would make me like worse than you could.
I don't talk
this
bad
is
about that
making me
lady
happy.
Molly.
What's that, Madonia?
But guys, I actually gotta tap out. I gotta go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later, Madonia.
Later,
All right,
Madonia.
later, guys.
Bye.
That was Dan Madonia. Follow him on Twitter.
Good guy. Good guy.
Good guy.
The police did use
What's his Twitter thing?
Dan Madonia.
At Dan.
It's
at
Madonia.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Dan with 1 D.
Yeah. Who's on stage right now? Ryan Mervis?
Edgar.
Yeah.
Matt or Mervis?
All right.
No, Matt was. Edgar.
Am I after Mervis?
No, after Mervis is Eric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where am I going?
Edgar went out with his buddies. So there's a chance that they're hanging out somewhere, and
Should I go out
Mervis
there?
is on stage.
You might want to just check.
I don't
it
know how
out.
long it's been.
I'll
Well,
go
here,
out.
I'm gone for this. I'll go check. I'll go check where he is, and then and you guys keep going.
I could do it. I'll go check. I was thinking
Oh, yeah.
So I'm seeing the light of God, and puking is what's happening to me, and it's a great time for a moment.
Yeah.
Becca's not having a good time. She's starting to get cold and shutting down and having a bad trip.
Wait, so your spirit animal was barf? That's really got you. Took you on your
Hey, can you
journey.
guys? What is the spirit animal thing like? Is there actual like if you are this animal that means that? Because I was told I was the spirit animal of a dolphin. And
No, I don't think it means anything. I
Okay.
think it's just that's the thing that's going to take you on your journey.
Oh.
When you do like wicked peyote.
Oh, I thought there
You're
was.
saying
a-
like Mervis's spirit animal was a skunk because he found a skunk and it sprayed him. Like,
Wow.
so that's his spirit guide was clearly that skunk.
Wait. And when the coyotes were howling, you thought at what point was this? Had that?
So we've
This
been
is before the forest rangers.
all right. I mean, it's like I'm just gonna cut to where I've been sent to my room. Basically, what's happening is worst case scenario is I look like the drunk, out of control person who's had too much to drink, and the cops need to put me to bed. and my girlfriend's there, and Hurl's there, and so it's like we're getting sent to our rooms just like we're children. And so I know that it's like, look, the cops basically Matt is going to tell a whole different version of the story. My part is that I've now been sent to bed, and I have to wait it out because I know the cops are watching us. And that's when suddenly, but we have to be quiet. Yeah. Let's be cool. We're going to be cool for 20 minutes.
Well, before that,
we're going to be cool for 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going to be able to go back out on our own recognizance. But we've been sent to room by mom and dad. And then all of a sudden it's like, but we just need to be quiet because they're like, just chill because the cops are out there. And that's when all of a sudden we hear, oh, and we think it's you guys being assholes. And we're oh, that's going to get us all busted.
Yeah.
Because the cops had already given us like,
okay, so before
it's a 35-minute ride to jail.
So what did they say when they came over? They came over.
That's the threat.
Well, before they came over, Marina was throwing up. But we were going to go out and find you guys.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. It was,
as we're about to leave.
Because Hurl takes off his shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, will you stop it with the shirts taken off? Because that became my thing.
I hate that shit.
So we were gone, but you were still having a good time.
I was having a great time.
Okay.
It was a beautiful night.
Yeah, we was going to walk out in the fields. We were going to conquer it and find you guys. Me, Matt, and Lucas. And Marina was like, oh, he's going to stay here. Becca's stay there, too. So we kind of figured you two are going to stay there. And I had given it, because Becca was shivering. She was cold. I was like, here, take my jacket. So then I give her my jacket. Lucas doesn't have his shirt on. Matt has this huge jug of water.
It's pretty cold. It's like mid 50s,
Ari,
low 50s.
Ari, seriously, my only goal.
Low 50s.
I think I have a sweatshirt on.
My only goal in life is literally not to ever be arrested shirtless, and I thought that almost happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the cop was a dick. He was one of those cops that you could tell he wasn't from Southern California. He was from like Podunk, North Dakota, and he scared me and Willie pretty bad, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I just said I was going to be quiet and whatever.
So you were getting ready to go out and chase us,
right?
And then this cop comes by.
As soon as we even get out there, boom, hold it there, guys. And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. Yeah. I don't remember anybody else talking like that in our group. Like, as soon as someone else outside of
hold it there, guys.
Yeah. Like, as soon as you hear that, that's someone else who's not part of our group. Oh, that's bad news already for me.
And it's not that Bible group that's circling around.
Yeah, it's not at all. So I'm like, oh my god! Immediately, like I think I just jumped out of my skin and I just became this zombie and I just stood there and then Matt just started talking. Matt was the only one talking, and Marino's over there throwing up.
Yeah, when they first arrived, I walk into it.
Yeah, the funniest thing is like, is everything good? And we're like, yeah, everything's fine. And they're like, what about your friend over there? And Marina's like, they were like, I'm like, fuck, because I thought they were just gonna leave because we were like, yeah, we're cool. Right. And then on cue, they're like, what about your friend over there?
It doesn't look so fun.
Yeah.
What are they used to coming across, by the way? Probably some guys drinking too much or doing probably mushroom people, right?
Probably just families camping.
It's just that
it's just like regular shit goes on.
Yeah. If you guys saw people in the cave on acid, it's probably all people on acid and mushrooms. They knew exactly what was going on. Yeah, but the area, right?
I was curious.
Joshua Tree? Is that where you were?
It wasn't Joshua Tree. It was Malibu Creek State Park.
What do you guys think attracted the police, though?
Okay,
I don't know. My giant retching that filled
Here's
the
my
entire
thing.
valley.
Let's figure this.
But you guys can guess.
Here's the thing. Let's figure this out first. Were they actually police officers?
Yes.
They were the closest.
They were park rangers, and what they were doing there was their rounds that they do every single night.
They were doing
times a
their
night.
job.
Yeah,
that's completely normal. That's when they walk past us. They walk past us. Like, how you guys doing? Great. Got a dog and leash? Sure do. And then it was see you later. And then they walked to one or two campsites and then right to you guys and then freaked you guys the fuck out.
They had fun with us. Like they literally had fun. They were like, "We're gonna watch you," and they watched us get inside of the tent.
No, here's what they did. Here's why they were. You could tell they were veterans because right before he was about to leave,
Lucas said, like they're park rangers, but they're veterans.
They're veterans. He's been doing this 30+ years. Right before they're about to leave,
these weren't no summer interns, my friend.
Right before they're about to leave, and we think we're off the hook, they notice our weed. And Ari's face is on the grinder, and they're like, "What's that?
This is where we
Whose
need Matt."
is it?" And Edgar, thank God he was there. Was so like he asked, who has a card for this?
Hold on, we gotta wait for him for this part.
Okay,
this is where Matt.
Okay, this is where Matt saves the day.
He'd be so upset.
Let's play.
Oh yeah, hey,
let's play a drinking game.
I got a good game. Okay. What happens?
By the way,
we can play what happens next real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play what happens next.
Yeah.
Oh, it's when you just
short interlude,
short video.
Yeah. Send your what happens next to Twitter.
send your best what happens next to Twitter at TWITTER.
I don't know how to play.
Wait, we're just Twittering
easy.
Twitter?
You watch a video, he stops it, and you guess what's
What's going
happens
to happen
next.
next?
Oh. That's, okay.
Pretty
By the way,
fucking simple.
I'd like to take this
I
opportunity.
didn't know. It just threw me off.
Let's thank our sponsors.
I'd like to take this break to say that I am recording my special December 28th in Brooklyn, New York. So if you're in Brooklyn, New York, or in that area, December 28th at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. at the Knitting Factory.
Nice.
Please get tickets to my website, arishafir.com.
Yes.
If we fly in, will you give us tickets? Me.
Yes. he saw me considering. Nah, you're like, quickly, all right, fine.
Yeah.
New offer.
Just me.
New offer, sell everyone out. Yeah, if you fly in, I'll get you tickets, sure.
New York, New Year's Eve.
Your show, by the way, your show was really good, Willie, the other day with Bill Burr.
That
the
was
Willie Hunter
Oh, yeah.
show live at the Comedy Store.
It was a scene. It was
Yeah.
a scene. Monday night.
That was a hot Monday night.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, because the
First Death Squad show,
show up there.
Ding Dong show, Willie Hunter show.
Yeah, it was a big night.
Packed.
It was just fun to have Bill on there, and Bill had a great time. He really let
Yeah,
loose.
he stayed up there for a while.
Yeah.
Well, we had fun with the other one that fucked up. Once he started getting a little loose with the
Yeah,
drinking,
yeah.
and we all did. And then you started running that contest. We're all heckling you.
Absolutely.
You're doing it wrong, fucking refs. He started going, these umpires, these replacement refs.
Yeah. and I love it. It's just a controlled chaos, and
Yeah.
I love how people come up to me at the end. You should do. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Have you told the story on a podcast about how you got Bill Burr to be on your show?
He did. He told it on his own podcast.
How'd you get him to do it?
With
a good story.
You know that Jessica Michelle Singleton girl?
Yeah.
What is her moniker? What do people call her? Like an off-brand Esther or something? What is she?
Her nickname
I
is
don't know about
Lester.
Lester.
Lester. Whoa.
Like that's who she
Yeah,
is.
because she does the Esther thing, but just a little less than that.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
harsh, but yeah. That's
So
good.
she was trying to get attention one night, like a Monday night. She was hula hooping on the front patio. Just
I was there.
yeah, just hula hooping.
Attention seeking.
Yeah.
She's like, throw me a piece of cardboard. I threw it down, and then she was just on her knees from a standing position, then hula hooping on her knees, putting on a hula hooping
Yeah.
exhibition.
Really?
Yeah.
So I had asked Bill before to be on my show, and he's like, "Sure," just kind of pushed it off. And I saw him again this night. I was like, I'm going to ask him again. What do I have to lose? So I walked over to him and said, "Hey, Bill, would you like to do my show?" And he's like, "Hey, you know what? I'll do your show if you take that girl's hula hoop and toss it into traffic." And I went like this, and like, haha, yeah, that'd be funny, right? And then I kind of like looked into his eyes, and I said, "You don't believe I'll do it, do you?" He's like, "No, I don't." And then I just walked over there and tapped her on the shoulder, and I said, "Can I see your hula hoop?" She's like, "Yeah," and I threw it into traffic.
If it was any other girl, would you have done it? Because she's annoying.
If it was a
She is
girl
annoying.
you wanted
I
to
felt
fuck.
good about it because this is what I told Bill at the end because he was like, "That was fucking awesome, you know. That fucking oh shit, they did that there. You did the right thing. You don't do that shit at a club." And I looked at him and I said, "Look, man,
Alt shit? He calls it alternative
that's what
comedy.
I said. And I said,
That's got nothing to do with
has
alternative
nothing to do with
comedy.
anything at all."
Hula
But that's-
hooping on the
it does.
sidewalk.
Anything distasteful,
Yeah.
he's like, that's alternative comedy.
Yeah, and I told him, I said I was gonna do it anyway, but I just needed someone to tell me to do it. That's all I wanted. Because like, oh, someone else is fine with it, I'll do it. It could have been anyone had done. I had, you know.
That's what Freddie Soto said after I punched Bobby Lee, and I saw him like later. He goes, "Oh, you could do that?"
All right, let's play What Happens Next now.
Okay.
If you've seen this video already, please do not vote or tell anybody what happens. I think I already saw this video, so I'm thinking a lot of you might have already.
If it's Honey Badger, I know what he doesn't give.
What? No. Have you guys seen this one?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I haven't.
Some
Okay, here
wrestling
we
going
go.
on.
So we have
Allegedly.
a wrestling match.
Now he looks like he's. Oh, now. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. If he executes this maneuver from the top rope. Oh!
All right, what happens next?
Oh, I forgot we were playing the game. I got into the video.
Break straight.
Let's go to
through.
Willie.
Oh, I'm thinking one thing, but I'm gonna go with the opposite just for the hell of it. He bounces back up into the guy.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
No, I didn't think that was obvious at all.
okay.
No,
Ari,
I had another one though, but
Ari.
I will say that the guy who just what happened was somebody was about to slam somebody off the corner bar.
Yeah, there was
And
a
got punched
wrestler.
down.
That threw him
So
off.
someone's
from the
still
corner.
on the belt buckle. I think the guy's going to stand up on the belt buckle and then get caught with his leg and kind of fall backwards, but still get caught and hung up. Like he can't fall, maybe twisting and hopefully shattering his ankle or.
so you saying
or
the guy
knee.
up top's gonna like slip off.
Some
or
shit's
something.
gonna
Yeah,
go
okay.
bad for him.
Okay.
Banana
right.
peel style.
Eric?
I think he goes through the wrestling mat. I think the staging collapses.
Oh yeah, he
And
hasn't
he
hit the
like
floor
hits
yet.
and
Good
goes
point.
through the flooring.
He has not hit the floor yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he breaks it.
No, I'm kind of with Ari, but I think he hits his nutsack.
Oh. Lucas.
Lucas with the nutsack.
Always thinking about the net.
Strong percentage in this. Always strong.
This is obviously like low budget high school gymnasium wrestling.
It's a high
And
school
so
wrestling team.
I'm going with the guy who just got thrown down. His mother is there watching him for the first time, doesn't realize it's fake, and attacks the other guy with a purse.
Oh, nice call.
Whoa, outside interference.
Brian, have you seen this?
Oh, outside.
I have seen, so I will not guess, but let's start it from the beginning. And now here it is. The wrestler.
Now he looks like he's. Oh, now. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. If he executes this maneuver
way to get
from the
off him, by
top
the way.
rope.
It's great.
Oh, and he just jacked his jaw with a forearm. What is this? What is this?
What's that noise?
Charade getting on the
Press
top
pause,
rope.
press pause,
Vibrate
press
different-
pause.
Oh,
Step
my
on.
God.
I did not see that coming.
Oh my God, I can't watch it again. Can I watch it? I don't know if I can watch it again. Is he still alive?
Turn the sound off. Turn the sound off on it, Brian. He did a double. He did
The sign of the cross before he did it.
Brian, is that the Owen Hart video? Too soon,
What
man.
happened after? Did he,
Jesus.
oh man, he's done. He's got a pin. Oh my God! Oh, he kicked out. He kicked out.
He just paralyzed
It
him
was
for
like,
life.
it was like, dude, I have to tap you. It looks too fake.
He actually he paralyzed him for life, and he actually died after that. He died.
It paralyzed for life.
He
Within
paralyzed for
20
life
minutes.
by got an infection in the hospital and
But
died.
he didn't get pinned.
He didn't get. That's, he couldn't get up, and the top guy was. You could tell he wasn't supposed to win.
It was late
The guy who
onset
dodged it.
paralysis.
Wow.
Wait, who's on stage right now? Is Matt
Oh
Ecker
my
back?
God,
Where's
that's-
Matt Ecker?
Not back. I
He
should
might
go.
be watching. Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably go.
When I went in there, he was still on stage, but it's been,
been a
at
while.
least 10 minutes.
Yeah, tell the sound guy to get how long.
And then, hey, but when you get off, come back. And tell us you got off.
Yeah.
I just don't know where I'm going.
Okay.
Oh, just
Oh,
go out there and to the left and
Stage
straight into the
2.
room.
the annex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Stage Annex.
Let's do one more of those.
All right, you want one more?
Oh, I don't know, man. That hurt.
That was bad. He smashed his face. He wasn't just on his top of his head.
No.
His face was up.
No matter what we guess that happens, the guy dies after that every time. So.
Well, these are
Just
only
know that.
death.
These are all
Yeah.
from
Every time.
These are
justmeat.com.
only death videos. Yeah.
Is that site still up? Justmeat.com?
What is?
I've never
Brian?
been to Just Meat.
Just me.
I've been to JustPussy.com.
That was like the
but
first one that showed the guy getting hit by the train.
I was always rotten in style.
Rotten.com was good.
I always thought if they died, you couldn't show it.
No, but there's no rules.
But you can show it up to then, I think.
No, but you can too show it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen people
On
get
your
their
own
heads
website.
blown off and shit.
Yeah. Oh. Remember that Stephen Pearl
Dude,
video?
I saw some great videos. Did we watch them here the one time? Of like the suspects being interviewed, and the cop missed a gun somehow in the shakedown, and the guy's just in the interview room, and he like shrugs his shoulders, pulls out the pistol.
And blows his head off.
Yeah. Just like,
Oh my
it was
gosh.
nothing. Just shrugs his shoulders. It was insane.
I'm out of here. He's
Out of here. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm hit. It's over, bro. It ain't even worth it.
You have to take my questions. You know, not
Like, what did
really.
you do? Well, you know, you got to like rape 100 little kids or something. You
He
know what I
stole
mean? Like,
Skittles.
but then, yeah, it's probably like something stupid. He had like traffic tickets. He's like, you know what? I don't got money to pay this. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Blew his fucking head off.
God.
They're all gonna
The
double.
worst reason in the world.
He brought him in for questioning for
Yeah.
that too, just to scare him. Let's see another one.
All right, hold on. I'm finding a good
Oh
one.
man.
No bueno.
Again, December 28th, Knitting Factory, Brooklyn, New York.
7 to 9 p.m.
7 to 9 p.m. PDC might be there.
I'll be there.
If he gets a free ticket.
Well, tickets are cheaper if you buy them early.
If anyone buys me a plane ticket, I will definitely be there.
If anyone gets you a plane ticket.
Yeah, because Ari already said he'd give me a show ticket. So if someone out there wants to donate a
Scenario
plane
for
ticket,
that.
I'm in.
Make it happen. Someone.
Make it happen. Kickstarter. PVC.
Brian, where's the next one?
Going to Brooklyn.
All right, hold on a sec here. Oh, this is crazy.
This is how you played piano recital.
All right, hold on. This is really
No,
good.
sorry, hold on, sorry, I missed it. What did you do with your
What?
mouth?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good talent, man.
Yeah, man, I'm full of shit.
That was Rivera's golf.
I gotta watch this first to find.
Yeah, when we gonna play golf?
I'm so squeamish. I just not realized it. Like I couldn't watch that again. I saw it once. I was like, I can't see it again.
I saw.
I would have thrown
Steve
up.
Posted, and he was playing with Court today, and he was like, "Court's 3 under after 9 holes."
3 under?
3 under.
Jesus.
Dude's a fucking beast.
Who?
Court McCowan.
Wow.
He's like a fucking professional level golfer.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he could play on the senior tour once he reaches age. He could play on the senior tour and like compete.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do.
Is he?
Yeah, he's thinking
Yeah,
about it.
because that's totally like what you could do when you're that good.
As long as
when
it
you
doesn't,
get to the
as long
age.
as it doesn't go south. It depends on whose body goes south first. So if his body stays good at 50, you know, there's only like
Yeah, I was
3
gonna
other
say,
guys.
what decides if you're in the senior?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
age.
50 plus. 50
Yeah.
plus.
Okay.
But the problem is the even more famous
my
guys
God.
are like 67, and they just
Yeah.
can't compete with a 50-year-old.
All right, here's this is
Okay,
crazy.
you got one
This,
finally.
this is really unexpected. And all I can say is for my hint is look at the background. That's my hint.
right.
He tries to throw you off, so don't, you know.
Whatever. So here we go. We got what appears a junkyard or some kind of craziness.
A Ford
And
Pro.
a guy's getting punched, a big fat guy by a black guy, and then
Oh, shit.
they're about to get on this car. What happens next? Willie Hunter.
Does he? Does a pile driver through the hood?
I mean, that looks like.
Remember what I said about the pit in the background? I actually might have went too far.
Oh.
Okay. We're playing the game. I forgot. I was like, why did you pause it? Keep playing.
Can you try to? Never.
Okay, no. I'm gonna say. Oh, well, who's going first this time?
It's Willie, but actually we'll go the
Yeah,
other way
let's-
around. Let's go Pete.
Well, it's hard to say because obviously it looks like he's about to pile driver, you know, do some kind of maneuver like that. But
They're on top of a car. also.
Yeah. Well, you know, that'd be, you know, it's 2005. Looks to be Kentucky.
Does it look like
maybe
that guy's
the
All
Tomcat
right, let
comes
him
into
guess.
play?
Let him guess.
Okay.
Does it look like he's holding a floor falcon? The guy in the background.
No, I thought he was holding a video camera.
Video camera.
It looks like a red.
It's a floor
It might be
falcon.
a shark, and he's holding it towards his face.
Not a falcon.
floor falcon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with you know, some traditional shit that he just
He
pile
does what?
drives the dude in the fucking top of the car.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess they hug
I
at
don't
the
know.
end, and it's a very lame YouTube
All right.
video.
Oh Jesus!
Oh.
I'm gonna go with.
Is that Luke Hurl in the background?
What are you saying, Ari?
I'm gonna go with the guy in the background, not holding the camera, but the
Floor
guy,
falcon guy.
the guy with like
Shading his
with
eyes?
with
The
his
white-
brow. Yeah, is just gonna start projectile vomiting like what Marina was going through. Just start barfing.
Well, I'll say that someone drives the car underneath them.
Oh, that's a good guess.
I'll say
Someone
something
is
random
in the
like
car.
that. Yeah. Someone's in the car and they just take off.
Red
Wait,
Band,
have you still not gone
Red Band,
off
I'll guess pile driver.
Pile driver.
I just got off.
Where's Edgar?
Edgar's outside.
So the whole
Is
time.
that guy his
Marina's
boyfriend?
been up for maybe 3 minutes.
Who's
Okay.
the guy? Who's the guy with Edgar?
All right, so I got to do this and go on stage. So here we go. Let's do what happens next. I will start it from the beginning.
Oh, I love what
And
happens
Mervis, you can guess what happens next just by looking at this.
Just at the still.
Yeah. What happens next?
I'm gonna say
By the way,
And there might be a guy holding a floor falcon in the background.
where did you just come from? You're breathing really hard if you exert yourself up to the point of walking in the door.
Did I? Am I?
Yeah. You sound worn out.
I ran.
Oh, okay. That's it. Okay.
It's not that far of a run.
All right, what happens next?
You weigh 9 pounds. All right. You weigh one of my legs minus the foot.
Go
My
back.
guess. Go back to that still. Okay, the table breaks for sure.
Table's a car.
It's a car.
You're on top of a car.
Okay,
A
car.
Ford Probe, I think.
And it's in the parking lot of an Olive Garden.
Okay, the car is fine. It's a parking lot of Olive Garden. Are you serious?
Not an Olive
Yeah.
Garden.
Okay. They get into a tuffle.
Yeah. That's happening.
Then an Olive Garden employee, I might guess a hostess, takes a to-go bag and settles the differences with free Olive Garden.
All right,
You've
all
seen the video already. So here we go.
Wait, what? No, I haven't.
He gets assaulted with the shaker.
Oh, that's a forehead punch.
Yeah.
At least somebody's filming it. 2 people.
Oh no.
I think I won.
Dude, that's a power bomb. Yeah, so I was awful.
Stop with that
Did
echo.
he-
It's so bad. Stop talking.
You saw it already.
Yeah.
Did he die, Redban?
It hurts my heart to see that
Yeah.
stuff. Oh my
He
god.
power drove him through the back of a.
That was a power bomb.
Yeah.
I get chest pains.
He actually died like 2 months later in a
People
car
are not
accident.
supposed to be
Are you
power
serious?
bombed
Yeah.
through cars. That's not supposed to happen.
Well,
we're human.
a Ford Probe is barely a car.
Well, still.
Burn.
That's what we're doing these days.
So where's Matt Edgar? Why didn't he come back in?
He's outside talking with his buddy, like drinking.
Fuck, we were fucking waiting for him.
Yeah.
Tell Matt Edgar to come in here. We were fucking pausing for him.
I'm questioning.
Wait,
him
where
and
are
that
you
dude.
guys at in the story? You guys talk about the shower and
We
stuff?
need
No,
Edgar
no,
Because we've been
we-
saving this whole
we're playing
part of
a
the
game.
game.
We just got to the point where we
Because
came
Matt
back to the
has
thing,
to
and then
tell
we handed
him.
it off to where they were when we left.
Okay.
So before you'd even gone off there.
Okay. Yeah, Edgar's outside dicking around.
What the fuck?
But seriously.
There he is right here.
Hey.
Not even
Oh, that's
him.
not Edgar. Sorry, we're happy to see you too.
He just saw the.
You ruined the good surprise.
He's just standing out there.
Why? What the fuck? We're waiting for him. He didn't know.
Wait for me. Don't tell the story without me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
We did like an extra 20 minutes on stage.
Yeah.
I was though. I knew you were tripping balls when we were in the tent after the police came and we heard Mervis was showering. It's like it's 4 a.m. Why?
Yeah, I barely shower as it is. Why did I pick the middle of the night during a camping trip?
It's a shitty community shower they have.
Yeah, the showers. Yeah, the freezing cold middle of the night shower, and everybody was so like, especially you were so confused on why I was so bummed out to take a shower. Because like it seems like such a good idea to get all the skunk off.
Yeah. That's where we are. Him taking a shower.
Well, we've been stalling for the longest.
We were stalling
You're the guest
for you.
of honor.
Yeah, so we said we got to the point where Marino was barfing.
Yeah.
The three of us, me, Madonia, and Mervis, are all at the stage.
Is Madonia still on Skype?
No, Madonia's gone.
Oh my God! When I'm laying there with Willie in the
the
tent,
security guards had come over. The camp whatever.
Rangers.
The
They're
Rangers.
Yeah.
had come
Well, you
over.
guys kept calling them the cops. And they
Okay,
are not the cops.
all right, okay. I don't know. I don't get
I
why.
think they had guns.
No,
It doesn't
they
matter.
didn't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
They
matter.
had flashlights.
They had flashlights and they had badges,
They
and it was in the
looked
dark,
like
and I was on fucking mushrooms.
Yeah.
They seemed like the cops to me.
They were authority.
They were
figures.
authority figures. Yeah.
All right.
Just bad for it. It's gonna take
Some
you out of
grown-ups
it.
showed
You're
up.
not
I'm
allowed to.
listening.
So, yeah,
No,
some
you're not.
adults showed up to the
don't
kids'
want
Yeah,
party.
you're the one guy able to listen when you're actually checking your voicemail or email. You're
Yeah,
the one. You're the
I
one
am.
guy that's
I am.
able to do that.
I am.
Really?
No, but the point is, they said they were cops.
So yeah, and then they saw
They said
saw
they
the
were
grind.
cops. So as far
Oh,
as
they
I know,
introduced
they're
themselves.
fucking
Hey,
cops.
we're the police. They called themselves cops.
They said we're the
Yeah,
cops.
they
We-
also said they came 20 miles to get to us.
Yeah.
Like we were all the way out.
Fucking forest rangers.
They were like 20 miles away and got a call that some kids were being loud at a campsite. We're like, all right.
See, but okay, what made
We'll
them
get 'em.
come?
They were just doing rounds.
They were
Okay,
just
Yeah.
doing rounds. They were probably rangers doing rounds.
Yeah,
They were for sure,
But
right?
they
Because we
seemed like- yeah.
just saw them
But they
moments
seemed
prior.
like authority
All right.
figures to them.
Yeah.
All right, but that's what
Okay.
they told me.
Okay.
That was the story I had to play with them. When
Okay,
they
I
were
wasn't
asking
there
me
for
what
it.
the
I
fuck
don't-
was
yeah.
going. Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
It
go
was-
ahead. So they're up to the point Marino's barfing heavily. The cops come over.
Wait, were you weren't even there?
No, at that point in the story.
They were about to let
Who's
us
there?
go, and then he sees the
Okay, both of you
marijuana,
guys were there.
and Marina.
Yeah. We're talking about when we were getting ready to go, and the cops came up and they said, "Hey guys," and we stopped, and we're like, "Oh, we're all cool." And they said, "But what about your friend over there?" And Marino started throwing up. Yeah. And that's
Right when I saw him, right when I saw him, because I was the first guy they looked at. I mean, they looked right at me, shined the light right at my face, like right. It was just me, and I was just like, oh fuck.
You know
bad
what?
Right
you
in front of
tripping?
him. I was like, oh
Thank
shit.
God it was you though, because I was shirtless and Marina was barfing.
Yeah. Oh, it was horrible.
You were sure it was in the
I'll-
tent?
No, outside.
You were shirtless.
Nothing
Marina
wrong
was
with being
barfing. Where were you, Willie?
I was just giving my jacket to Becca.
Oh my
She-
God,
who's
she was
wearing like 10
freezing.
jackets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got your. Then so what were you doing at the time?
Nothing. I was walking back over there. I just
Okay,
had a
yeah.
T-shirt on.
So like the cop, or whoever, the ranger or whatever it was, just shined the light on me and was like, "What's going on here?" And then it was just a fucking zoo behind me. I was like, "That's what I was left with."
But I was saying, they were about to let us go, and then he notices the marijuana, and he's like, "Whose is that?"
Yes, he's
No,
a
he
grinder.
doesn't
They do
notice the
have a
marijuana.
card.
He's like,
Didn't you see the
he's
grinder?
like, he's like, "What's going on here?" Like, "Oh, we're just a couple of us hanging out." "Oh, what's wrong with your friend?" He points at Marino because he was throwing up. I was like, "Well, he's had a little too much to drink tonight, you know."
That's what he said.
That's what I said to the cop.
Matt was our spokesman.
Yeah,
because we did have beers and booze,
which you're allowed to have.
Which you're allowed, right? Because there's some places you can't have it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Not a lot of places anymore though. Like the park system has been like, okay, people enjoy drinking when they camp.
Yeah.
Let's involve that.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't allow glass though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, these guys weren't that bad, but they were being grown-ups and like sucking.
Yeah, they were authority figures.
What were they saying?
Yeah.
They were
quiet.
They were a big wet blanket.
Okay, so he's flashing his light at me, and he's just doing the whole like. First, like he told me he drove 20 miles to get here. Like he was in a shitty mood.
Lie.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was just being shitty to me. And there was that chick cop like behind us.
Bitch.
So it was like them versus me and like Marino throwing up. This guy was running around shirtless.
Yeah.
Becca's in there freezing. She has everyone's jacket on top of her, head in between her knees. She's not doing anything. And then Willie, who's standing ground with me. But the guys, they're talking to me. They're flashing me right in the light.
And what are they asking you and stuff?
There's what's going on here? They woke us up to get here. Like they were so like we had to come so out of our way to get here the entire time.
I don't know that.
And then to me, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking like fuck, because I'm listening. I'm like, oh, that sucks, you know, like shit. But at the same
Those are
time,
all
I'm
lies.
thinking
All
at the
lies.
same time, I'm thinking like, dude, if only you knew.
What was going on here?
Like I'm literally just this balancing act. 'Cause I'm about to freak
You're
out
trying
in
to
front
hold
of
it
them. Like,
together?
why the fuck are you even here? Like, I'm about to lose my shit. But it's a balancing act.
Just
and I'm
acting normal.
Just
trying
you
to
know,
act
like,
normal.
oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, we were just being. We're gonna go to bed right now. We were just wrapping everything up. And he's like, "Is there any more? Is there any more of you out here? No, just us."
Mm-hmm.
Well, half the gang was gone having a
Yeah,
blast.
yeah, Ari,
or
Dan,
getting
and I,
skunked or whatever you
having a
guys were
great
doing out
time.
there.
Yeah.
There's a stage.
That was right when we were getting
At
skunked.
this point, we were probably just leaving the stage because the guy passed us.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 5 minutes later, saw them. We were
yeah.
probably just getting
This is
to the trail.
pre-skunking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the river situation. Dan's in the river.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And like Dan and Ari and I
So
are
I
like
just
the
tell
guys
him,
that could
I just
handle
tell
the
him
couch.
like, look, all right, we're all just gonna go to bed right
Yeah,
now.
probably.
Yeah.
Of the three of us.
I'm just like, we're all gonna go to bed right now. Like we're done. I'm sorry, officer. We're going to bed.
So you all-
I played along the whole way.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, all right, well, what do you guys got around? Oh, nothing. You got any drugs? You got any drugs? He's like, no. And he's like looking through it with the flashlight on our table. He's like, what's that? And it was your fucking Ari Shaffir head grinders.
Yeah.
2 of them on
Sorry.
top of each other. Your face on them. What's that? He knew exactly what the fuck it was. It was like he was a fan.
That's not,
How did he
That's
not
not
know?
Ari
though? Like,
Shaffir, grinder.
I saw that guy 5 minutes ago.
I got one at home. What are you guys doing out here? You're not doing shrooms, are you? Like, just be down.
I got one of
Could've
those.
went
shoes.
really-
Shroom Fest
could've went
already?
way better.
He's hoping you're
I
playing
didn't
Find
think-
the Edible.
Why do you think we work here? We're not cops. It comes right off.
They just pull out bags of mushrooms. Oh, happy birthday, Willie!
Finally, we're waiting for the right time. You know, it's a blue moon tonight. Like they were planning that shit at work.
Listen, that's a great prank to play on your other friends who are doing mushrooms.
Sending fake cops.
Yeah.
Sending authority figures
Dressing
their
up
way.
like a cop and showing up for whatever the thing is. That's fucking.
As long as
horrible.
there's tearaway cop uniforms and they turn out to be strippers. I think that'd be the ultimate prank.
Sorry, what?
Male strippers?
Oh, for sure, male strippers. Like you send the guys and they're dressed up like cops and they're there to
Wendy?
bust the party.
Willie,
Everybody's
he just-
freaking
he just
out
left, went up there.
because like they're like, oh shit, there's cops here and we're all on
But there's
mushrooms.
strippers.
And then there's strippers. And they have mushrooms.
You know, I'd be.
I would have loved for that to happen. I would have been cool with that.
Yeah,
I would.
Like, come on
They
over
start
here,
taking
guys.
off their clothes in front of me.
I've done
instead.
most-
That would've been
Yeah, well, I
hilarious.
mean, they still have on a
Guys,
speedo
I've done
situation.
mushrooms at a strip club. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's not as cool as it sounds.
I feel
Well,
like
it
I would
sounds
feel
terrible.
really bad.
By the way, this guy is the guy. I've done shrooms with him multiple times. This guy takes way more than any.
Yeah, you should have been the one in
He
charge
doesn't
there,
stop.
Lucas.
He trips the hardest, and like he'll just be on another. He's not even part of the hanging out.
Yeah, when we were
Like he's
taking
not even.
mushrooms,
And he knows it. He's literally just every now and then he'll just check in by like just.
Yeah, I go
sweating in front of us.
I go in and out.
He goes
yeah,
mostly out.
when we were at
Mostly
the
out.
Renaissance Fair,
Uh-huh.
you took because me and Madonia were looking for you. We were all on mushrooms at the Renaissance Fair
Right.
last year, and obviously,
That's a good place
and
to do it.
it was a great place. I was wearing a toga; it was a whole thing. And like me and Madonia are looking for Luke, who instead of waiting at the front like everybody else, wanders off. We finally get a hold of him on the cell phone. I called him like 50 times. We finally get a hold of him. All he says on the cell phone, I'm near a dragon and a cannon. And then he hangs up.
Yeah.
That could be anywhere. He could still be in the car.
Let's get into this while we still got Willie here.
Someone was just looking for you.
Oh yeah, I just talked to him. Okay.
Yeah, he ate so much mushrooms he got stuck in a car.
So now you guys went into the tent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Right
told
under
the-
the cop.
we've
Let's
told
get-
the entire-
So
We're gonna lose Willie
So
in
the
like
cop,
10
the cop, he's like, all right, open those for me.
Yeah.
Point of your grinders, open those for me. And I'm thinking, I knew Dan grinded up his mushrooms in it. I'm like, well, I'm fucked right here. We have everything to lose right now. This is where we get caught for doing mushrooms, and this is how it goes bad from here on out. And I opened the first one up, nothing. Spotless. It was like you never used it. It was like you just pulled them out of your box of spice
Really?
grinders.
And he had ground up all the mushrooms in there.
Yeah.
It
A
was
significant amount of
spotless.
mushrooms.
Yeah, he ground them up, then put them into the orange, ground them up, put them. Yeah.
Yep.
Conserving
Oh, that was
every
cake.
little
So
dust particle.
So I'm thinking, fuck.
I may have licked them.
Yeah, he picked them clean for sure.
Either way, there was nothing on the grinder. So the cop flashes the light the other one. He's like, what about
just
that
dawned
one?
on me.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, this is
this
the one.
definitely has.
This either has grinder or weed in it. Whatever Ari would put. You brought your...
Pot
your,
or weed. It's
Yeah.
one or the other. Yeah.
Like, whatever this... It's for what it's for.
Yeah.
So I opened it up.
Did you go like slowly, like hold the cap first, and then like
I was
let
like,
stuff build
I
up
was
the
like,
fear?
here we go.
Yeah.
One last look at Willie. Here we go. Open it up. Spotless.
You licked it, Marino?
I think.
Did you lick both of them?
hindsight?
I think I did. I think I'm that much. I think I'm that much of a mushroom
Good job.
monster because I also like because also I had some of Becca's helping. Like I was.
Oh
like,
yeah, there were a couple helpings that were like, what? There's still some left in here.
And I was just
like the next morning, we're like,
and that's also
"Wait a
why I threw up so much. I mean, I was.
Oh, yeah.
I think I had a heavier dose than everyone else
And the
was
rest
on.
of the team.
Yeah. And so
So basically, he just told us to. I plead with him. We're just gonna go to bed right now. So, yeah, you just go to bed.
okay.
And we're gonna watch you.
Yeah,
We're gonna watch you.
and just so you know, we're in our car just right over here watching
Yeah.
you. Like, so not only are we going to bed in the tent,
There's cops nearby.
there's cops right there, and their car's right there.
They're
so
gonna
it's like
watch
they're,
us.
Yeah, they're right in front of us.
One's in the tent.
But before they leave, they did show that they were kind of cool because before they left for us to go in the tent, what did they say? That is,
Well,
that is
yeah,
a
yeah.
nice tent.
So as soon as
It is a nice tent.
And then Willie guessed the time.
Yeah, I did.
Time is a game. Time is a game.
So I look back at Willie, and he's just he just scored a touchdown, like in front of the cop, like he's just so excited.
Didn't he say to you, like as the guy was barfing and as Marino was barfing and Lucas was sleeping and Becca was shivering, didn't he say, I can see you're the fucking smart one of the group?
Yes.
Didn't he say something smart
No.
like that?
He didn't say it like he said it like I sounded like such an idiot that it was like I was freaking out. I had a lot to lose. My dad was he's a politician. Like I was like I'm fucked right here. Like this is where I get it.
You're also
So
together.
I was also the entire time I was battling with why am I the guy right now? Like I could just hide out and just take the thing later.
but I knew not to talk. I knew that I was like,
Well, you were preoccupied.
Yeah.
no, because it was the fact that I'd come back and now I'd compose myself, but it was also
Don't get involved.
Yeah, it was
You just
like
keep
I
quiet.
look haggard and I'm just gonna play and I'm like they're gonna send me to bed and like Becca plays the girlfriend and we walk in and then it's like okay we're gonna be sent to our rooms for a little while. We're gonna have a little time out.
See,
and we're gonna have to be good for a while.
My instinct was to run when I saw them.
There's Luke.
Run.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Never find us.
But what
I
did you
thought
do?
about that.
Then
I
he
fro-
told Willie that secret.
I froze because that's when the trip really turned bad, I think, for most of us because it was.
It was still the same for me.
Yeah, we were gone. Me and Murphy
Right,
were gone.
right,
So
right.
I had
Well,
a
you
good
were now
time.
covered in skunk and
Not yet.
shower.
Probably not yet.
Oh,
We
I
came
thought that
back
was
pretty soon after the
It was
skunk.
pretty. The skunk was shortly
and we
after.
were all in our tents. We were sent to our room, and you guys pissed me off because you come back just laughing and having a good time, and
Even though we were skunked.
even though you were skunked.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And I don't know if it was Matt. I think it was Matt.
Because
He's
we're
like,
just-
dude, you gotta be quiet. Yeah.
Well, no,
cops,
here's
the
what I mean,
cops.
so we go into the tent. We get in the tent and we're just sitting there, and I'm so excited right now because I think
Just got away with it.
No, I just think like we're all gonna have this is fun. It's like mom and dad put us to bed. This is hilarious. We're all grown up. This guy's 40. Like that's what I I was like, this guy's 40.
Which I really appreciated the outing.
By the way, the best running gag we had at night was talking about Fraser Smith and Ian Edwards going to high school together.
Yeah, because Ian's all. No one really has anything on Ian other than we know he's older than us.
Yeah.
So it was like, I think the joke by the end of the night was Ian's so old that he went to grade school with Frage.
And you like taught him to be cool.
He taught Frage how to snap. It was Ian Edwards.
So you started feeling bad, Willie? What happened now?
Yeah, what happened after that?
Well, so we go to bed. And so I'm thinking like, this is going to be fucking great. And these guys... So you and your girlfriend fall asleep, or like you start cooling each. They were in their own thing. It had nothing to do with fun.
I laid down to be cool, and you guys are giggling, and Becca's starting to have a bad trip and being cold.
Who's next, Willie?
Yes.
Might want to go in there.
All right.
No, keep going, Willie. Get through this part.
But then I have to start warming Becca.
I can say this part before I go. I can say this part.
You'll come back.
I'll say this part. So we're in the tent, and we hear you guys coming up, and then I kind of poked my head out the tent. I was like, hey, guys, keep it down. Just had the cops here. And then Madonia just turns around and says, we've already talked to them. And that's in my head immediately. I said, all right, I'm out of here. And then I just start strategizing, how am I getting out of here? And then I kind of like laid there for a little bit, and then I was like, all right, happy birthday, great birthday, Becca, Marina C. And I walked out, and that's when I saw you walking with a towel. I guess she was going to take it back up there.
No, wait a minute. No. Hold on. There's a whole point where you and Matt are giggling in the tent.
Like we actually get down to business.
I got to go up. So I'm just saying,
all right, what are we going to do now? All we know...
We'll get back to me.
Willie, we'll be there when you get back.
Yeah.
All we know is that there's cops right out here, and all of us in here, we're not allowed to go outside, and best we don't.
And we don't know.
And you guys are out there somewhere.
We don't know they're on foot like you guys have seen them walk up. And you guys saw them walk to our campsite and out the campsite.
We didn't see them go there. We just assumed.
But I mean, because when we were leaving the theater, we were like, oh, man, those guys are going to be at our campsite in like 2 minutes. I am glad we are not there.
Well, also,
we were really...
we figured they'd have beer out and fucking...
Yeah, all sorts of shenanigans.
We were all supposed to be together. That's why we split up in the first place. We were all about to walk that path, and then everyone started throwing up.
Well, Ari said it best. We should... like, had we had more time...
I stopped to sit
Had we had more time?
Had we had more time, you'd go out away from sight. Do the shrooms there.
Yeah, way out.
Well, you do the shrooms and then you go.
Yeah, we should just left.
Like we did Joshua.
So here's the deal.
We wasted too much time at the campsite. It was hilarious.
So I'll wait for Willie to get back. But here's where we went to the shower. So you got back to the campsite.
Yeah, I'm sitting at the campsite. We're like, dude, bummed out.
Yeah, you got to shower off. There's a shower right that you have to.
Yeah, because I smelled terrible. The dog smelled terrible. We were miserable.
That was before the skunking.
This is yeah. This was 4 days prior. So like we go up there, and it's like these like pay shower things, and Ari, did you get coins for it? Yeah, he got like tokens for it, which we wound up not even needing.
Yeah, they said you paid 50 cents to get a token to turn the water on, but you can just turn the water on.
Yeah, you just turn the water on.
We never tried.
And I'm like sitting there like in my boxers. Just like not like outside, but like right next to somebody's campsite, just standing there like in my boxers.
It was gonna be so cold.
Yeah, and like you guys are like, why aren't you just showering? I'm like, because it's gonna be freezing cold. This is gonna be terrible.
The look on your face was such fear.
Oh yeah,
it was like you have to, man. You have to.
Yeah, I was not happy.
And you had to take your dog in there with you.
Yeah, that was the biggest part. If it was just me, it would have been fine. But yeah, I had to shower off the dogs, which means I had to, because these were like, showers. It's not like I had a hose or like a bath.
Yeah.
So like I'm holding the dog up, who doesn't want to be there even more than I don't want to be there, and he got the skunking worse than I did.
Yeah.
And we're in there for fuck.
I wasn't even there when you first got in there. You had already been showering for a while.
Yeah, I was in there for a while.
You showered with Mervis?
You got You got over there and we're deciding to do it, and you were like, "Should I leave my shorts on?" Like, dude, take all that shit off.
Yeah.
But then I realized I had a towel. So I was like,
thank God you brought that towel.
Oh wait, I packed a towel on the way here.
Yeah.
I don't know why did I pack a towel.
Well, it's good thinking. Good thinking.
Anyway, but so I
So
went
the
to get
only
it.
thing we prepared for.
I went to get it, and when I went to grab it, I grabbed it. I opened up my bag, and you know how you have a knapsack, and it's got 2 zippers, so you can make it go on either side or down the middle. So I just opened it up down the middle, and right then Willie was coming out of the tent, and he goes, "Hey man, you got to keep it down, okay? You got to keep it down." And I was like,
Oh my God! So
Literally-
that's when Willie came out.
"Yeah, literally."
Because I left them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went up there. You went up with us.
Because
to the
we
shower.
were laying there, and the entire time, all I wanted to do was play with Willie. He just kept on being like, "Dude, shut up, go to sleep." I was ready for it to be so fun with the cops.
Yeah,
right there,
you were
like-
trying to crack
and, like,
jokes.
laugh.
It was
Yeah,
great.
it was gonna
Yeah.
be fun. It
Yeah.
was gonna be like a slumber party when mom and dad comes down, and tells you all to go to bed.
We were having our Anne
I was
Frank
ex-
on mushrooms moment where we have to be quiet in
Right,
the attic
right.
or the Nazis are going to get us.
So it put a new layer of like fun on the whole thing.
Yeah.
But no one saw it that way. Everyone thought.
Yeah,
we
see, I
better,
just knew
because
that-
they literally were right outside.
It's amazing
Like
how
it
you can be
wasn't.
in your own minds.
Yeah.
Well,
and we're
Willie-
all we're
Well,
fucking
I
flying
was
on
convinced
mushrooms.
there was a car there. I mean, I never saw a car, but you know, I was as it's like they said we're going to sit out here as a car, so I completely believed it. You
Yeah.
know, it's like so it made sense to me.
I mean, you have to understand, Willie just left. He just got up
I
and
was the
left.
last one to see him.
There weren't many warnings. He
He just did a French
he just
exit.
got
See you
up and
later.
left.
Well, once
hold
they're
on.
like once we're in the tent, we can talk about this. Once we're in the tent, there are basically 3 camps. There's Becca and I together, and I'm like, you know, cuddling and warming her. There's you and there's Matt Edgar and Willie together, like giggling and snickering and shushing each other, and then there's
What happened?
Then Luke has now gone. As soon as he laid down, he immediately went into a new slumber phase, and then started making these really strange noises that at certain points, like. I couldn't believe, and by the next morning, I couldn't believe you hadn't pissed shit or thrown up somewhere because there were weird squelching noises and liquid noises. The fact that there was no bodily fluids at all in your area by the end of the morning. So then you like conked out, and then you guys are giggling. You and
Well, no, I didn't hear any noises come out of Luke. I had already been gone at that point. Me and Willie were laying side by side
Right.
because we're the only ones that also felt like we were together because you had Becca and you guys were doing your thing. And like you said, it was 3 different camps in there. Luke was over on his side alone.
Becca
doing
started to go
I was
down and
asleep.
Becca's
He
going
looked
down
like
and
he was
having a bad
sleeping.
trip.
I fell
Becca,
asleep
you-
right in that
Cross
hard
talking,
ground.
cross talking. There's cross talking going on.
You and Becca are having a hard trip right now. Me and Willie are laying there thinking like we just talked to these cops and this is hilarious. At least that's what I thought. Willie didn't think it was so funny. Willie was freaking out. Willie was like, "We gotta calm down.
We gotta get his side of it."
Yeah, go to sleep. Just go to sleep." That's what he kept on telling me.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
So I'll just say this. First of all, by the way, the reason the skunk wasn't as bad, we heard this like howling.
Yeah, we heard like coyotes earlier.
Yeah. But then, like right after we saw them, we heard like 20 of them howling.
Yeah, it's like like 2 coyotes went out and encountered this skunk, and these 2 coyotes got hit.
Oh yeah.
And then the skunk can only really blow 1 load per
So he's
night or
straight-
whatever.
so that's
so
what
we
we-
got the reserve chamber.
What was left? The refill.
Yeah, whatever was still in the tanks, we got
So
it.
it
So
smelled
that's
shitty, but
You're lucky
not-
the flush
it
box
wasn't
had
quite as
refill.
powerful.
yeah. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Like I mean, like I could open my eyes and breathe. Like it was like if you get hit in the face with a skunk, like you can't breathe, you can't see, you're dripping snot. Like I mean, it's bad. But so we got the reserve tank, and then shortly thereafter, we heard the whole. It's like the 2 coyotes went and found their older brother.
Yeah.
And like they got the whole gang, and then they killed that.
They
fucker.
murdered
Yeah,
that skunk.
I heard that from in the tent next to Willie. I hear coyotes killing something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking my fucking friends are out there.
Oh yeah.
The coyotes got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was those coyotes coming across the skunk we just came across.
Yeah.
Already emptied twice.
Yeah, that skunk's
I'm
got
literally
nothing.
He just
sitting.
died.
I'm
They
literally
just killed it.
I'm literally laying in the tent, like just staring up through because it doesn't have a roof, like you could see
Yeah.
like the outside. I'm looking through that. Willie's asleep, like he's like eyes are closed, and he's like telling me to go. So I'm like fuck, I can't believe nobody wants to like ride this through, you know?
Well, actually,
and then I start hearing this.
I'm listening to you because I'm just silently fuming and just trying to make sure that I don't do anything stupid like go and tell off the cops or like I'm just actually sitting there trying to be cool. And
That would have been horrible.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm making rational decisions. I'm just sitting there, so I'm not saying anything. And then there's well, I was going to ask you about, you were gone for a second. We were talking about spirit animal guides. Now, would you say that skunk was your spirit animal guide for this trip?
I
Got us into
think
a different place.
I think the owl that
The
I
owl.
saw shortly after the skunk.
Walked
When I
it
was so bummed out, and there was the lowest point of the night. It wasn't right when I got skunked. It was right when I sat down and I realized it was like 1 o'clock, and the whole night was in front of us.
Yeah.
And I got skunked. So like I was there just bummed out, and I
it's
look
early.
up, and that owl was just sitting there looking at me
With the
his
moonlight
big
right
old owl
behind
eyes
it.
with the moonlight right. It was like a goddamn Tim Burton movie. Like
Yeah,
it was.
there was
Yeah,
a
the
spooky
owl
there.
was my spirit guide for the night.
So
for sure.
at one point when I'm in there and when I could hear the cop car drive away, I'm thinking we're clear. I get up to go out, and Willie's like, "Go to sleep. No more going out. We're in here for the night, and the guys are gonna come back. They're just gonna come back."
Yeah, Willie had hit his breaking point.
Yeah, he was done. He was done. So we're laying there, and then out of nowhere, we hear those coyotes. Just killing something, and then it stops, and then I hear a bunch of laughing, and it's the guys coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys are just cracking up. Out
We could
there.
hear you from 30 feet away.
And we're thinking,
right.
I'm thinking, oh,
As
shit.
could all
Is
the
that
other
when you saw
campers.
me in the field?
Well, that's when I was like, that's when they said I should go out and see what's going on out there, or go tell you guys to be quiet because
Yeah.
there's cops around. Maybe you guys don't know. We have no idea what you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's down to us figuring out what do we. They're making noise. They're going to get us all in trouble again.
Well,
I like how you guys were all trying to explain it to us. Like, no, you don't get it. There were cops here, okay? You weren't here when it happened.
Yeah, that's why
They were
Madonia
Well, the
snapped
cops had
on.
also said at one point, I don't know if you got into this, about how like you could go down to this lower parking lot and
yeah,
go
the
away.
cops weren't bad. Everyone freaked out the wrong way. The cops like, look at.
But that was
if
one
you
of those.
guys, yeah, if you guys
What-
go down here, you could be as loud as you want. Like they were just telling
get away
us-
from everybody?
It was almost as if they know that this is what's going on.
What I
Like,
wanted
this
to
They
is-
say-
must have encountered hippies. a
Of
bunch
course,
times.
Exactly.
They could tell, but there was one moment that it's like I want to go. Could you just point us there? Then just take us to the place where we can be loud. Could you take us to
Dump
loud
us off
trippy
and let us
land?
giggle.
We'll walk back in the morning. It'll be fine.
That's funny.
I honestly thought at the time, though, the reason they came was when Willie was going through his whole time as a game.
Time's a
phase.
game, man.
And I...
They were the referees.
Yeah, it was like when you're shrooming, you should just keep all clocks and watches away from you.
Yeah, you don't want to know
And
how long
phones.
it's been, how not long
Yeah.
it's been.
Yeah, you don't even want to think of the concept of time.
My phone was off.
I
Yeah,
just
that's
trust-
why-
I just
that's
trust
what-
myself to know that it's like this only lasts 8 hours until the sun comes up. It hasn't
Yeah.
been fucking months. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's why after I got hit and I sat down right before I saw the owl. That's why I was so bummed out because I thought about the time.
Oh yeah, 'cause you're gonna
I
have
was
a
like,
lot
oh
longer left to
fuck,
go.
we got a lot of this left.
It's a new toy.
Because I took a bunch of Molly too.
You did a lot of it.
I did a lot of Molly.
That was
That
the
kept you
one
in a good
thing.
mood during
By
that
the way,
skunking. That
Yeah.
kept you in a
Realize-
good
Oh yeah, we
mood.
were giggling very quickly after that.
that was actually the only thing since we cleared away the mushrooms. The only thing that actually was at risk because we were all over 21. There was alcohol on the table. We were all old enough that we had enough medical marijuana licenses to go around for any weed you could find,
Yeah.
or any of the paraphernalia. But then,
Oh, you guys were worried about the Molly.
no, I wasn't worried about it because you weren't there. But then, had you gotten asked, like all of a sudden, I didn't realize it till after we were in the tent. Like, okay, like we have one sort of Achilles heel, and that is that you have this little
I
white
brought
bag.
hard drugs. Yeah.
By the way, I'll just say this. I forgot about this, but before we're all hanging around, before we had left to go to the stage, we're all talking and you barf and we're all having a good time. And then Dan Madonia at some point goes, "Hey, where's that one joint that's going to kick us all in the face?"
Oh yeah, there's someone
just-
brought a joint that was supposed
just
to.
That was
kept-
I did. That,
quote,
that's
unquote,
what,
kick
okay.
us in the face.
That's what actually the joint that's going to kick us in the face is what gets me hack coughing and that
Yeah.
puking.
This is right before the cops come. Actually,
This is-
I was given a
we get the
joint.
joint that kicks us in the face, and then the cops show
If you
up.
add marijuana to any drug, it just kicks into overdrive. So it's
Yeah.
like, here we go.
If you
Turbo
want
boost.
joints to kick you in the face, LA Natural, downtown Los Angeles, the LA Collective,
Yeah,
1319
and we smoked
Los
and that,
Angeles
and
Boulevard.
it did kick us all in the face. We also we
Yeah.
got sprayed by skunks. They got talked about like fucking police.
Yeah, that was
I
funny.
puked and
Service.
saw the light of God, and then got busted by park
when
rangers.
I left the tent, because then we all agreed that I go out and tell the guys to be quiet. So when I left, we were walking down that long path, and that's when
We encountered.
We
You were the first
encountered-
one to see us.
yeah,
to
you
see me.
saw us, and I saw you, and I was like, you look like, I mean, you had that. What was that thing?
The spirit hood thing.
You had a spirit hood. There's this big
Yeah.
guy. I'm like,
no
I
shirt,
know
yeah.
Murph's out there somewhere, but I can't
Yeah.
be too sure.
Yeah, no shirt, a lot of
You thought it was
hair.
an animal.
I mean, it looked like a big fucking animal.
Dude,
it looked like a
at those,
bear.
I looked at those deer when they were there, and I was like, "Oh, deer!" And I started going up to them. I was like, "I don't. What the fuck are they going to do to me? I don't know. I'm out of here. I'm out of here." And I got real scared of them.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I was
there's deer
I was
everywhere.
worried about the deer because of the dog, but
there were deer everywhere, and they'd
Yeah.
appear. They were sort of ghosty.
They would go through.
oh yeah, and they would
Dan
just
went and
chill.
chased them
Little
away.
foggy.
They would just chill out too for a while. Like we're like 10 feet away from them. They're like, "What are you?" I'm not moving. You
So
fucking.
I'm going to say this before I have to go over there. I'll just make sure to say this part. When I came back, left you, Edgar, and Mervis and Madonia up at the shower to go get the thing. I came out. Willie came out. And he goes, "You got to keep it down, off just the sound of my zipper." So
you zipped too loud.
Yeah,
that's right.
I was like, dude, it's fine.
Well, you aggressively
fine.
zipped.
He goes, "No, you don't understand, man. There were cops here." And I go, I saw him. I realized what was happening. I was like, "Hey, it's all gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine." And then I went back up to hang out with you guys.
We thought you and Madonia were way too lax, though. Like we took it as a serious fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and then
Well, no.
See, that's why
Madonia did have a weird
Madonia, Ari, and I are the three guys who will calm a situation like that down. And because we've done mushrooms so many fucking times,
Marino should have too. He's
and,
barfing.
well, he was all busy puking.
And Lucas is
No,
passed
I'd already
out.
cleared by this point. By the time you guys are having their conversations, like I'm just actually just being quiet.
But we had the emergency of the hairy guys.
Yeah.
So there was nobody to say, "Hey, Willie, the zipper's not that loud, buddy."
Yeah, but I told him he's gonna be fine. I hope that would calm him down. I had to get this towel back to you. And then we ran back up to you.
Yeah.
And then
no more Willie.
That was the last we saw of him.
And see, from my
So we'll
perspective,
get his when he comes back.
yeah. So, but from my perspective, Matt left first, and then Willie left, and we were under the impression that Willie just naturally followed where Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, and they were all just meeting.
No, at this point we are next to the showers.
Right, but the people who are in the tent, there are two populations. There are inside the tent people and there are outside the tent
others.
people.
Yeah, the others.
And we think there are, the outside the tent. We think that you and Willie are sort of together and hunting for the other three, or you're about to meet up. Mm-hmm. That's the narrative I have in my own mushroom head.
I was actually alone out there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, all right, I'm going. But hey, Edgar, tell them about all the stuff you were seeing when you were looking through the roof of the tent.
Oh, that's kind of personal.
Well, I mean, it's a good time. While we're sitting there, I mean, we're laughing so hard. There's a point where I'm wearing my glasses and I feel like my glasses are crying. We're laughing so continuously hard.
When we're in the tent?
Oh, I'm saying all campsite. I'm just
yeah.
In general,
Mervis came out with a spirit hood just randomly. And I was going in and out, and I was just coming in, and I see a dancing bear with a hood on.
I was dancing. Yes.
I thought it was
it was him.
Bigfoot.
You couldn't tell where Mervis ended and the hat began because it just all was him and the hair. It was crazy.
Exactly.
And then the dog. It was sort of it was weirdly
Yeah, me and the dog were playing for a long time.
Well, me and the dog were looking at the picnic table for about 3
that's 'cause
hours.
You were very involved with those sandwiches.
Well, both of us.
Yeah. Well, that was a blast. Yeah, but when we met up, me and Maddie in that field, and I was yelling at you almost. I'm like, dude, stay. You're like, hey, buddy. I'm like, hey, man, stay away. And you're like, no, it's me, man.
All I can tell you is that
I didn't think you recognized me. I wasn't sure if you knew it was me.
Yeah.
Luke, Hurl, Mervis, and Preppy were all different stages of one evolutionary chart. I don't know where. I don't know exactly where the order. It went you went from Preppy to Hurl to Mervis. That seemed to be it was because you guys were you were just sitting there giggling and feeding the dog, and you had this glaze, your eyes would just glaze over, and you'd feed the dog, and you were having this whole oneness over feeding Preppy, and you're
Oh, animals are great when you're shrooming.
Oh yeah,
animals are the best, and Burvis has the best dog for shrooming. The best dog, because he's so obedient and he's so relaxed and cool.
Yeah.
We're literally he's me if I was a dog.
Yeah, and somehow he knows who's with him in his party, and it's great.
He knows who's on the team.
Yeah,
I mean, even at Joshua Tree when he'll every now and again when we're camping, he'll just disappear for 2 hours. But then find his way back. At one point at Joshua Tree, he was just gone for a few hours, and then he came back. He knows what's up. He's a good camping dog.
You guys gonna play another What Happens Next?
Yeah.
Or do you have another story?
Well, this story's still.
I know.
I don't know. So maybe it's just Willie's missing.
Yeah.
Willie's missing
again.
But Willie's missing from the show, and he's actually missing from the night. This is when we discover exactly. Holy shit! And there's Willie.
Yeah.
I came back.
He took an $80 cab ride to get here.
Hey, Willie.
All right, where are you guys at?
Where you're missing?
We're in Pasadena.
We're in Pasadena.
You had just left
Just go, Willie.
the tent.
Okay. I just left the tent.
You said
No,
goodbye to
why
Ari.
don't you talk about your experience in the tent? Why don't we go to Matt and Willie in the tent?
It was like father and son.
Yeah.
He
Me and
just
Matt
kept
were
on
like,
telling me to be quiet and go to sleep.
but also we were like these two little boys that had a sleepover because we were just giggling at every little thing that was said. And then finally, I was like, "We got to go to sleep," because I'm a nervous guy. So I'm like, "We got to go to sleep. Something bad's gonna happen." And Matt's like, "All right," and then he'll like poke his head. I'm like, "Go to sleep, Matt." And like so, I was like telling Matt to calm down the whole time.
While you were gone, one of the best sound bites, Matt said, all I wanted to do was play with Willie.
It's true, man. That's all I wanted. I thought it's literally like a sleepover, and we're in the second grade or something. Mm-hmm. That's how I was going to treat the whole thing.
But
it was also like, you know, it was all on the line too.
But
The cops were
finally,
literally right outside.
Matt wanted to go. I was like, all right, you know, go. And then Matt left, and then Lucas finally woke out of nowhere, you know, and said, I'm going to go too. And I was like, no, you go back to sleep. And, you know, Lucas went back to sleep. And we kind of like laid there for a little bit. And at the time, now this is what we found out later, I thought, and it sounded like Becca and Marino was possibly having sex.
yeah.
Possibly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just like
Jury's
noises,
still
and I'm
out.
like, oh, what is going on over there? I don't know. And
In
like,
the group tent?
Yeah.
in the group tent.
There's only one tent. My girlfriend is having a bad
Was it
trip
one of those
and she's
3-room
cold.
tents or just a one open?
I'm in the Lido deck of the tent, down with Isaac, the bartender.
It's in the left
I can't
corner.
believe how much smoke just came out of my mouth. It's still coming out of my face. All right.
And then that's when, you know, Dan came up, and I'd said, you know, guys, keep it down out there. And Dan's like, we've already talked to the cops, you know. And that's when I, like, in my mind, it snapped like, all right, well, I think it's time for me to go.
See, I thought Becca and Eric were having sex too, but I was too tired to wake up and leave.
But you were like snorkeling over there to yourself.
Yeah.
And they're like, they were weird, just grinks and groans
I
coming
was
out of
just
you.
passed. I was worn out, tired.
But then every 45 minutes, you would suddenly wake up, eat another sandwich, down another
Yeah.
beer. You know what I mean? Do more pot
Yeah.
or whatever we had.
Do more pot.
Oh, I guess that was the thing. It's like, I think I ended up, that's where the rationing started. I ended up, because I have my ration of weed, and when I take it with me to bed, because I'm not about to have a bunch of mushroomed out freaks just smoke out the very last. I'm not waking up with no weed.
right.
That's I mean, like, I'm being the good boyfriend. My girlfriend's going down. She needs to be kept warm.
Literally
And-
going down.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it was, people were dying in there. Only human body contact could keep two people alive. It's not true. There was no sex.
You guys didn't bang.
Willie went, no.
Just some aggressive cuddling.
Except for Matt and Willie.
No sex there either.
Petting.
Oh, Pete.
I mean, literally being
I got that
brought
thing
back
about
to.
So then Matt has left, and then Willie just starts talking to himself to the point where, because like Becca's having like a.
Well, I wasn't talking to myself. I was talking aloud because you said, who are you talking to? I said, anyone who would listen.
Exactly.
So I wasn't like, I was just talking aloud and hoping someone would grab.
He was just talking. Hey, Willie, who are you talking to? Anyone will listen. And that was Exit Willie Hunter.
Yeah.
Who I assume is just going out to find everybody else, which makes sense to me. Because I
Yeah.
hadn't heard what you were actually announcing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never said, "Hey, I'm leaving."
Well, he might have.
Yeah, I did.
No, he did.
I whispered to them when I left. I actually said it twice. And then I told Ari. Ari was the last person I talked to.
Who was sitting out like by the picnic table.
Yeah, like a towel.
Yeah, that's what Ari was saying. Yeah, he was bringing me that towel.
Now, I think he thought I was joking or whatever. And I was like, hey, Ari, I'm getting out of here. And he's like, yeah. And he patted me on my back and walked away.
Feel like he's going out to find everybody else.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's also get away from the campsite. But he got really away from the campsite as far as you could go.
I packed up and made a run for it. I felt like a fugitive at that point. Because like when I go out there, I'm going out there, and I got to get home. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Never been out in this area before. But if I was determined. I was really determined to get home and go to sleep at my place.
Yeah, in your own. Yeah.
It's not. I mean, we were far from the road, and the road isn't well
I had to walk
traveled.
I had to walk just to get to the road.
And then what happened?
And then I'm at some corner. I'm figuring out I got to find a taxi. You know, so I'm like
In the middle
In
of
the woods.
Malibu.
Yeah.
In the woods.
Yeah. Tow truck comes by, gives me like a number or whatever, and I start calling these people for a cab.
A cab.
Call one guy, and I was like, hey.
Wait, you
can-
had your phone?
Yeah, I had my phone
And
with
he
me.
had
that's
service,
right. Yeah,
which
you
isn't
talked to
actually
Maddie.
necessarily easy there. Like
And I had low battery, like almost like no battery, but it lasted for like 2 hours, and that 2 hours was insane.
This is one of those God takes care of fools.
And it's like I'm just putting all my hand and I'm like I kept saying to myself, I'm a good person, I can do this. I don't know why. So finally, a cop pulls up, sees me there. You got to imagine there's me standing there in the middle. It's like 1 in the morning. And he goes, "Hey, what are you trying to do? Trying to get a taxi? Trying to get a taxi?" He laughed in my face, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna get one." I was like, "Hey, can you at least give me a ride into town?" And he's like, "Yeah, hop on in." So I'm like excited. I run around this cop car to get in the back seat. I'm thinking like this could be like the world's easiest arrest. Like I'm just surrendering myself to the back seat of this guy's cop car.
You've just walked into the mouse
Yeah,
trap.
like, look at me, I'm an idiot. I'm just gonna arrest myself for you, cop. That's what I thought as I'm skipping around the cop car. I get in and he gives me a ride towards McDonald's, which is like a couple miles down the street.
Calabasas McDonald's.
Yeah, he starts
the
asking me
101.
questions, and I kept telling myself, I can't tell him I'm on mushrooms. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I was camping up with some friends, and it's my birthday right now. Oh my God, I'm 26, and I'm in my head, I'm kind of an adult. I'm doing some stuff. I can't be out here trying to get arrested. I'm an idiot. I should be at home. I got to go home. He's like, yeah, sure, I understand, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, this was fun when I was like 18, no offense, I was underage drinking. But who didn't, cop? Who didn't, Like, it was fun then, but now you're an adult, you got to grow up and,
His name was actually Cop.
Yeah. I asked him at the end, what's your name? He just said, it doesn't matter. And he let me out.
It was The Rock.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what my name is.
It doesn't matter.
He's running bits on the cop, then starts trying to do some crowd work. All right, so what's your name?
No, I wasn't running.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah.
And just out of the blue, I'm talking to Matt. This is when I talk to Matt on the phone. As soon as I get at the McDonald's. And we're on the phone for probably about 40 minutes to an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long, deep conversation.
Because breaking up is hard.
Yeah, and then
to
you
do.
thought that
Because
you were
I was
never
so
gonna
far
talk to
out.
him
Willie
again.
dumped me.
Did your phone play with Willie at that time?
It was a mushroom,
Little
mushroom
phone play?
breakup.
Yeah, little
Yeah,
phone
Matt was worried that you were never going to talk to him again.
No, I was more like
I wasn't worried. I just figured.
I was talking about going back to the campsite. I had already made up my mind that there's no coming back, man. This is where we.
That's
this
not
is
what we heard. We heard you were moving on in your career from all of us. That's
No.
That's what he told me.
That's what
You
I
were
said.
turning a
I said,
page.
I said I'm turning a page. I can't be goofing off like this.
What's your alternative career?
Can't be.
There's no alternative career. I'm just saying,
It's one of Ari's looking things right here.
There, yeah.
Carry on.
But yeah, I was talking. I mentioned that, but I was really talking about never coming back to that campsite. I'm not coming back. I got to get home.
I really feel I feel like you're sort of like Mitt Romneying this
PG
right now.
version?
I don't think so.
I think you're
Well,
explaining
look
away.
No.
Here's what's
I
going
did
on.
mention that, but I didn't say I was leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving you guys. Come on, that's a little bit of a stretch right there.
No, that's
I
a stretch.
Said, yeah,
this is what he said. He basically said, "This is where I'm at in my life, and this is where I'm headed, and I can't be, goofing off on mushrooms out here in Malibu State Creek anymore."
This is where I'm at in my life.
Now he lays that on me like I'm still the idiot for I'm still here.
No, this is
I'm
about
in
me.
Malibu State Creek.
But it's about me, though.
It is about you.
Yeah.
It is about you.
Yeah.
And you're just saying, and I'm on board. I'm on board with it. But then it's like, fuck, dude. Do I need to get my life together?
You're thinking about going to get him.
Then I was thinking about going to get him because I was like,
that was your plan for the whole
you are out of your mind. There's no way you're going
I was
home.
like, no.
We're out there camping, man. You're not going home. I'm gonna come. Where are you? I'll find you. I'll come get you right now. I didn't care where you were. I was gonna find a way to get you. And you said you're at a McDonald's.
Yeah. Which is like 2 miles down the road.
And then you're like, but I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah, because there was someone inside that McDonald's, and I know they were looking at me in the parking
So
lot,
I just-
like walking around like a little robot or something, chucking, and like there's no one else on the street. It's like 1:30, 2 a.m. I'm just outside. I don't have a car there either. There's no cars. So I'm sure there's like a manager closing up, just looking at a maniac on his phone outside.
Yeah, so I'm figuring that's how it looks out there. And that he's out there tripping balls in public. And like, are you really at a fucking McDonald's right now? I could not believe it. But he calmed himself down. He cooled himself off. And he's like, you know what? I got this.
There was brief talk of a search party or a rescue.
Yeah, but he denied me.
Yeah,
Completely.
I denied it all.
We were
Not
also in
coming out
no
here.
shape. None of us
Willie
were in any
denied
shape
you?
of getting
He was
caught.
like,
the second
I'm
time?
going home. There's nothing you could do. I'm an
I
adult.
was so determined to go home that I knew I was going to accomplish it. Like, I really was. And then out of nowhere, a taxi drives by.
Wow.
Just, he's not even supposed to be in that area. Just drives by.
How much was the
Thank you.
taxi from there to Los Angeles? $100 and some dollars?
The grand total with tip, because I was like, you know
With-
what?
with tip, of
I
course.
left a tip.
He's got TV
You have
money.
to. With that,
Well, I just, not TV money, but whatever. I gave him 15%. It ended up
You
being a
calculated
total of $120.
oh, that sounds.
Does that come with a bottle of wine?
That doesn't
No.
sound too
That's
bad.
how much it cost for him to get away from us, by the way.
Willie, what did
Yeah,
Willie
on his birthday.
Willie
From Malibu to Hollywood?
If you just bought that amount of weed before we
It's
got
actually Calabasas. It was
Well,
more than that.
Calabasas. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, Calabasas.
I know where
Willie.
that is. That's far out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like $88.
Willie, what
And
did you
then-
guys?
Wow.
What did you talk
Maybe
to
it's
the
like-
cab driver about? What conversation did you have with him on the way?
As soon as I got in, we didn't talk anything. I got in, and I was on the phone with Gerard, and I said, I'm coming home. And I hung up.
But wait, wasn't there? Didn't you find something out? Wasn't there another revelation you find out that night as well? From Gerard?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
I was going to say, what? I was a robot? But that's another thing. I thought I was a robot. But that's.
You thought you were a robot?
Yeah, when I went home and I saw myself in the mirror on mushrooms, I was playing around with my face, and I was not moving, but I could pull like the skin so far around.
And this is like
Right.
an hour
It's
or
'cause
more
we're
later.
Touching your face on mushrooms is always that's going to lead down an interesting path.
Yeah, so I stopped, but I was like, I'm a robot. But anyway, before that, I said, I'm coming home, and I got in there, and the guy goes, where to? I said, give me the address. And what's happening here?
It's weird when you're sober too.
Whoa.
And then I said, hey, man, can you turn on some tunes? He goes, what do you want to listen to? And I said, whatever you want to play. And then he just put on a rap station, and the game, it was 50 Cent game, Hate It or Love It. And I was like, this is awesome, going home to that song.
Reverse racial profiling in the
Love me,
cast.
dog, when I was on top.
That happens.
Not going to shine, homie, into my heart stop. Yeah, I'm MVP. I was like, hey, this is a
did
great
the
song.
cab, Did the cab driver look like he was
He was Indian.
he into it?
No, he was
it his
Indian.
jam?
He was Indian.
He was Indian.
Well,
He was Indian and into it.
He was Indian into it.
Indian.
Did you tell me
He was
at
an
any point?
Inuit Indian.
And he blasted at a nice level, too.
Did you tell him you were on mushrooms?
No.
He would have told the cops.
I would have focused the whole time of not dying, I think, if I was Willie.
I would have told him I was on peyote if he was Indian.
I really thought I knew I was going to go
Yeah.
home, and I did.
Yeah, it was
I was
Spirit
like,
Quest.
I was so determined. It was so cool. So that's why I was like, it was the greatest thing for me ever. Even with all that, what sounds it was bad, but it really wasn't. It was the greatest adventure ever that I'll never be able to.
Yeah,
top
you
that.
didn't get arrested, so it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
That
if
could've
something had
gone way
gone
different.
wrong, then it would have been the worst night fucking ever.
Well, that was the
Yeah.
whole thing about the cops was when they said, it's the 35-minute ride to jail, and just thinking about that, being on
said
mushrooms
that?
on yeah,
Yeah.
and so you're thinking about yourself like, okay, what I really don't want to have on this mushroom trip is a 35-minute trip to wherever the fuck they're.
Also, those guys are park rangers who couldn't
Sure.
cut it to be fucking cops or whatever. So they're just hating life out there, wanting to bust balls. Like, oh, look
Right.
at these fuckers having a good
And
time.
who's
We never
this-
did
But that was a
fun
good
like
thing-
this.
that was a
Who's
good
to
thing
say
to
they
say.
wouldn't have came back over there and fucked with us?
Right.
No, but they
And
would.
also, I didn't want to spend the night on mushrooms in a drunk tank.
Yeah,
I mean, like that
Oh,
is not a
absolutely,
good
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in jail on acid before.
Riding that
No
out.
bueno.
Oh,
What'd you do, Pete? What the fuck did you do in jail?
Well, I don't want to sidetrack your mushroom stories,
But I
but
get arrested for being on acid.
yeah, in 1995, I was 18. It was Halloween night, and I ate 15 hits of acid.
15?
Went
You're
to-
one of those guys that ate more than
Trick
two.
or treat.
Well, I've done way lots of acid past then, but at that time I was way inexperienced and shouldn't have done that much acid.
Yeah.
And ended up in the middle of my hometown underneath the traffic light, kicking barrels over and shit.
Cool Hand Luke style.
And so the cops showed up, and I lived in a town that only had 2 traffic lights for real. The cops showed up. I used to be his paper boy, all this stuff. Didn't recognize him. He got out of the car. I just punched him in the face. Started running. Then he let the dog out, chased me. I was the first person that the dog attacked in my town. It's on my IMDb page.
Is your credits?
Yeah, my credits from getting attacked
Obviously,
by
like the
police dogs.
newspaper clipping
But
of
anyways, yeah, I got fucked up. They ended up, kicking me, stun gunning me, pepper spray, the whole bit. And I went to the hospital. and woke up with my parents there.
Oh,
Buzzkill.
Oh man.
What did you do to yourself? And I'm of age. My parents shouldn't even be there, but yeah. Anyways.
What did you do to yourself?
What did you do? What did your dad say?
But I did 90 days in jail from that, and I was lucky.
I 15?
I could have gotten 2 to 5 years because it was felonious assault on a police officer.
And acid.
Luckily, because of it was in the town that I grew up in, they all knew me, and they knew I was fucked up.
Police officer?
No, that was after that.
Oh.
And then you had sex with the police officer?
With the police dog.
Oh.
In the holding cell.
Also first.
Yeah. So.
First chase, first hookup.
Yeah. I had to deliver this guy's.
Do you guys want to have another What Happens Next? This is a great one.
Yeah.
This is a fucking awesome
I can't watch any of these, man.
Why?
No, it's good.
It hurts my heart.
No, this one's a fun one. It's
this
PG.
one. Let me tell you, this is a no one dies one, but it's a ridiculous one.
Okay.
All right. So
don't fool me.
No, it's not a full one. Let me just.
What is this, by the way? What am I about to watch?
All right, this is
I almost
Matt.
cried
This is what
last
happens
time.
next. I show you a video. I pause it. I go around the table and ask what you guys think happens next.
Oh my god, you've sent me bloody vagina pictures before.
But that's not this.
That's not what happens next.
That's not what happens next at all.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it could be anything.
Yeah, what's gonna happen next is Redban's gonna text Maddie a bloody vagina picture.
So we have a black dude on a porch and a dog barking. And it looks like somebody's videotaping him.
I don't see the black dude. Is that racist?
Oh, yeah.
Is the black dude the guy in the jeans?
Hey, wait a minute. I see the black guy. Come on, everyone. Stop playing around. We all see the black guy.
Is that a gun on the side?
That's not a gun. Those are just baggy jeans.
He just has baggy jeans, but he's just standing weird, like he's
like a praying mantis or something.
He looks like he just drank Captain Morgan.
Yeah, but who's filming this? What's going on?
I know. It's like a steady cam shot
that was a
of a
Banksy
black guy
painting.
on a porch.
I thought it was.
And he's like,
Oh, he's kneeling.
Guys,
on camera. It's gonna be your fault. It's gonna be your fault.
Oh
On
shit.
camera, this
Where's
is
his
gonna be your
arm?
fault. He's pointing at the camera.
If you get fined, I'll get up. Police send my dog.
Are these the cops?
And I'm gonna shoot everything.
all right, so he's saying he has a gun.
This guy's a fucking gun. Why are you showing this red
Why
band?
the dog bite me? I'm gonna be shooting y'all.
Oh, that's the black guy.
What? I don't care.
We got 2 dogs now, and you
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
All right, we can just pause it here.
What is happening?
this is gonna be really hard for Willie to watch.
Because
How is this the PG one?
well,
got
No water hoses.
Trust
I
me,
got
No
this.
trust
water
me,
hoses.
guys.
got
Trust me, this is like different. You wouldn't expect this to happen. It's actually pretty funny. I
got this.
But this part happens a lot, and so you don't expect it. So when it does happen, you're like, "Whoa, that's craziness."
I'll start. I think maybe he runs into one of those poles.
Can we go back to the still shot?
Well, there's a Polish guy there?
No, like one of those columns. Like he takes off running and runs right
Oh.
into it. I don't know.
Can we go back to
I
the
don't know.
still
All
shot?
I know is
Yeah, go to the still shot.
I think I'm gonna watch some man die right now.
I think I
Here's
know
the
what
s-
happens.
Here's the still shot of what happens. There's a
Okay.
black guy on a porch, and he's perched weird and
Kneeling.
something weird.
Here's what happens.
That's a Call of Duty stance.
It is
Okay.
a Call of Duty. That's where you crouch when
Yeah,
you're
that's if
aiming
you push
to.
B.
Yeah.
A graffiti
I
artist
just can't see his arm.
comes up, uses his silhouette to paint a picture of Louis Armstrong.
Oh.
Go back to the still.
Banksy?
Yeah, that's a good.
Boom.
Ooh, yeah, Banksy
Here.
shows up.
For that,
I'll tell you what
for
I
that,
think.
I give you an extra 30 seconds.
Louis Armstrong silhouette.
I got 1 gun with 13 shots. You can end this.
One gun, 13 shots.
You can end it peacefully too.
You can end it peacefully.
You can end it peacefully
No,
too.
we're not negotiating other than you throw your gun down.
Hey, you can end it
You
peacefully
come out.
too.
Throw your gun.
All right, so there
Oh my
we go.
God,
I may
dude.
guess watermelon gets thrown in his face.
Please
Whoa.
don't say this.
Racist.
This is like a
Racist.
Gangnam Style Rick Roll thing.
Racist.
Okay, my
you
guess-
think
It's like a.
you think it's one of those things that those kids at the mall
It's
do?
a flash mob.
Flash mob. Yeah.
My guess is gonna be the same as the last one.
They're gonna
There's
let
gonna be Delivery Olive Garden.
They're gonna.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Oh,
everybody's cool because of all the Olive Garden. Everybody's just happy because
That's
they had
right.
Olive Garden.
The dog even likes the olive.
Yeah,
garden.
everybody get breadsticks with the dog.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, they're delicious.
Matt Edgar, what are you saying over there?
They're gonna let the dogs on him. Something's gonna happen. Those dogs are too close to it. If they don't let the dogs on him, I'm gonna see this guy get fucked up somehow.
Okay.
There's no way he's just gonna gun down all the cops and none of us are gonna see it. And you showed us the dopest video that's on the internet.
I'm trying to mix it up because you guys don't like all these videos of people dying. So I thought it'd be a nice
You normally
guy.
show videos of people dying, so I don't know what to expect out of you. And I have gotten pictures that you've sent to me via text of weird shit
All right,
before.
you gotta join in on this one.
So I think anything could happen. I'm basically saying I don't trust you, and anything could happen right now.
All right. So you're saying the guy fucking pulls out Olive Garden out of his pants.
Yeah. But now I'm thinking, that sounds good. What Maddie's saying, that might be some sort of like street team marketing by they're going to let the dogs out.
Right. Why
and
am I
it's the
playing
Baja
this video?
Man trying to.
All right.
Why is that camera there?
All right.
So
I'll show you. Yeah. Here's an interesting
mad
thing
now.
about this
What
thing.
about-
Why is there such a good camera here?
Yeah, good.
Because
he's mad
this
that the
doesn't seem
camera's
like a police camera. It almost seems like an Olive Garden commercial, doesn't it,
For
guys?
a second.
Licking the dog should come up and lick his face. There's another thing that they.
Oh, he's just gonna.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
that's
love
probably
for
what's
that.
gonna
Redban,
happen.
If you had that,
What?
Those mean dogs come up and he pets them.
He pets
They're
them?
like good
They
dogs.
love. They roll. Yeah, they roll over. They could be
And
really.
it just turns really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be that.
Ari, what do you think?
I can't quite even see what's going on in there. He's just a guy pushing against the
He's
wall.
just basically
He's
like
like
look at-
kneeling there.
Here, we can keep on watching it.
Yeah, this video is
I
10
know what's
minutes
gonna
long.
happen. I know what's gonna happen. Oh, he's pushing that speaker. That speaker's gonna. Whoa! That kid is dark.
Hey, Ari, come on.
God.
Come on.
Jesus Christ.
That's rude, Ari. What do you
Oh my gosh.
That was Arsenio Hall.
That was a
It's
bright
dark.
light on that kid, and he still
Wow.
It's like ISO 6400 for you camera nerds.
That was ISO what?
And 6400 for you camera nerds.
Phew.
And he's still so black.
Gosh.
What do you think, Ari?
That is deep. I think that camera, that speaker thing, falls over and he falls on top of it.
Speaker thing?
The thing he's pushing against.
Isn't that a wall?
That's a wall.
He's gonna knock it over. It looks like a speaker for me.
Oh shit, that camera broke.
He's about to get mentals heroed.
All right, here let's
see it.
let's go and play. We could just start this right now, and I could even.
There's 10 more minutes of it.
Yeah, there's 10 more minutes of this.
Wait, this is a 5-minute long. It's a compilation.
All right, so the guy keeps on standing there, perched, Call of Duty style, and you will not believe what happens next.
Let it go, cuz. If you let it go, cuz. Let it go. Get that dog on, there. Let it go. If you let it go, I'm busting. Let it go. Put the gun down. Start to fight you. Get your ass kicked. Put the gun down. If the dog come my way, if the dog come my way, I'm a loop. Put the gun down. If the dog come my way,
Oh my God. He killed the dog. He shot the dog.
What the hell happened there?
They sicked the dog on him. He shot the dog, and the dog knocked him back.
Did the building explode?
Did he drop the gun? Did he drop the gun and it just shot off? What happened?
And he's alive! Thank you.
The dog ain't.
I was right.
That is not PG rated.
Hey, he
I got a real fun one for you guys.
That was not a fun one.
What happens next is really funny. It's gonna be great. He kills this dog, and then a building explodes.
Is that the new Gap
Jesus.
commercial? What was that? What ad was that for? What was that?
Oh my gosh. Keeps challenging
That's
us,
your your bar for a really fun one.
Yeah, that he lived.
He had a gun
killed
the
the
whole time.
dog.
I didn't know he had a gun the whole time too.
He did
well,
it. He had a fake
look at
gun.
him.
No, it popped up. The dog died.
Yeah.
I thought for a second just fireworks went
No,
off.
they shot the dog in the crossfire.
Oh.
You mean the
The
police?
police.
He had a fake gun, and the police killed everything.
The police pretty much blew up the place and killed everything,
Oh, wow.
including their own dog. But the guy lived.
There's a point where I thought the dog goes so stiff, I thought it was like a mannequin dog.
Yeah.
Wait, there was a lot of more time left on that video. I don't want to
he
watch
left.
any of it. I don't want to watch any of it. But what I'm asking you is, does he die in the video, or do we assume he dies
Here's
later?
a follow-up.
Is that from the Faces of Death box set? What the hell is that?
Did you guys finish talking about the mushrooms?
No.
Oh.
All right, so here's the guy, just to have proof so you guys feel good. Here's the guy later. This is from his MySpace.
I won't feel good later.
He's humping some stuff. He's walking. He's humping some couches.
He's humping the couch.
Oh, he's got friends.
See, he's completely alive, guys. Him and his friends
really
are hanging
alive.
out. There's Willie Hunter over in the background with the mirror.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that this is the follow-up.
All right.
Yeah, you took us for a ride there, Redban.
All right.
That should have been the guess what happens
All's well,
next.
that's well, right?
Yeah,
Like
that
that
should
guy
have
never got shot in front of us.
that should have been the guess what happens next. You'll show us the guy getting the place blows up, the dog dies. Guess what happens next? Oh, him and his buddies air pump a couch.
It does make
That's
it like
the curveball.
okay that he got shot from that second video.
Yeah,
like
well, he's a dummy.
Yeah,
He's a dummy.
but goddamn.
Wireless camera on Merv. You guys don't even realize because you guys can't see this, but I've been
You're
using
cool
this
with the
wireless
camera. I've been
Logitech
looking at it.
Wi-Fi camera. If you look on top of the Pac-Man machine, you can see actually I've been carrying this around. It goes 50 feet. It's the Logitech Pro Broadcaster. I did a review of it on Let's Find Jesus channel on YouTube. So far, it seems pretty awesome. It was hard to set up, and there's a lot of
I
annoying
was
shit.
going to name my pizza place.
Yeah?
Yeah, Let's Find Jesus channel.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was a cool idea for a pizza place.
All right, so let's go back into the mushroom trip.
You should still do it.
Okay.
Yeah, where do we leave off?
Done.
We were waiting for
Kept
Willie,
tough
weren't we?
work.
Yeah, Willie's.
Yeah, I already left.
Find Jesus
Willie had left, and
channel.
you had returned.
Return home.
The
I
pizza
return
place.
home.
Okay, so we left, returned home, and then
So wait, you told them all how you.
I told him how I got home.
Okay, now and you told them how Madonia was talking down to you, and that hurt you. What was
I
it?
told him when Madonia said, "We've already talked to the like that was the
That turned you.
that when I was like, all right, I'm going.
He felt like he was attacked by Dan, and he wasn't gonna take.
No, I
any
didn't feel like I
longer.
was attacked by Dan. That's when I felt like I didn't feel like it was attack. I just felt like it was aggression
Yeah.
for no reason.
Okay, well.
And I didn't want to be there
So wait,
because it's not about who's
that's
right or
one way
who's
to put it.
wrong. I
It's
felt
about
like
the feeling.
it became like one of those I'm right, who's wrong. Like, you know what? It's not that. It's just like I don't like the way you talk and then your tone right now.
yeah.
And that's when I was like, I gotta go. Like it was all a feeling thing.
And he was gone.
When,
I was
and then
gone.
when did you call your buddy? At what point did you call your friend to say I can't hang out with these people anymore? It's just me against you.
No,
It's against the world.
no, that's not what happened. You know when I talked to Matt?
Not Matt.
When I called Gerard, yeah, I called Gerard to say because I wanted him to
You
come
did that
pick me
part.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he originally called him for a ride.
Yeah.
But
But I thought you were like, look, I can't be. It's my 26th birthday,
yeah, that's why I was telling him
yeah,
to the
he
cop.
cattled on us to Gerard.
and Gerard was smoking a joint.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
was he really?
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
He said, Willie, I'm high right now. I was like, no! Oh, I'll talk to you later.
Time's a game, Willie.
The way Matt talked about your phone call at the end when you said, okay, I'm going to go, he had it like, hey, we're going to go our separate ways from now on.
Yeah.
They broke up.
That's what we were talking about. I was talking about myself. I wasn't like, I was telling Matt, I was looking at myself only.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got this stuff going for me right now. Why would I jeopardize that?
By
doing
hanging out with
drugs
us and doing
with
mushrooms.
No,
drug
why
addicts.
putting myself in a situation like this?
Yeah.
What? Like what?
And why am I doing
running to the
this? Like,
cops
I didn't
and
have to
snitching
do
on
this.
himself.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do it. That's
I
what
see
I'm
the
trying to
logic.
say.
I see the I
Yeah.
don't need to take a extra risk right now. I'm
Yeah.
working on something. Like everything's fine. I see it. But I mean, at the same time, we were all doing shrooms, and we were all still at the campsite.
Yeah.
So when you're out there, like,
It was more of a, do I trust myself?
Yeah.
Do I really trust myself, my full self, with all of you? That's what it was really.
That's your mushroom epiphany.
and then
Yeah,
so
am I really throwing myself just without any worries?
That's a good answer. That's a good second trip epiphany.
Yeah.
So then,
no, I don't like hanging out with you.
yeah, but that's what it came to. Then
these
Was
guys.
in the end, he was like, "No, fuck them."
No.
Well, I feel as if that you
Ejection
came
button.
across that epiphany after you had
Yeah.
decided to leave.
If it wasn't your birthday, would you have left?
Yeah. Was it part of that? Because like, is it like?
See, I've been
take stock of
camping
myself?
once before, and I also went home on that camping trip.
You just don't like camping.
I don't like camping.
I have a
And
question.
we were only in Malibu, so he could have just got home.
I have a-
Man, what if we were in Joshua Tree? That would have been a whole.
I don't think he would have left.
I would have slept in a car or something.
No, you
that's
just
what I
would
did.
you would have gone separate.
Imagine
You just
doing-
would have gone and had your break.
Wait,
Yeah.
how much of this was?
So that's kind of important, maybe.
where were you raised?
What?
Where were you raised? Alabama, Arkansas?
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah.
Alabama.
How have you not been camping?
Now,
in
how
Alabama?
much of this was that sort of like leftover Southern stuff where you get extra scared of authority figures,
Oh yeah, it was a little bit of that. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
He got spooked.
Absolutely.
so to speak.
A little racist.
All right. Yeah. Why we have to
I
say
know, I
spook?
just-
Jesus,
Matt, Jesus Christ.
old school.
I thought it was a
one,
good-
Matt.
But it makes
Wasn't the
sense.
best use
of
It just
word.
makes
Yeah, it
sense.
wasn't.
It was
It
actually
makes sense to
perfect.
use
No,
that
it
word.
was.
He
It
was
was
rattled.
well-meaning.
Yeah.
I'm not being racist. Willie's.
You didn't
my
call him a
best friends.
shine.
Oh, wait a minute. You
And
didn't
I
say-
was the one that was on the phone saying I was going to go find him.
Yep, he was ready.
And I was ready to go alone
Yeah, he was.
to save Willie.
Which would have been a new part of the adventure. That was a part where the mushroom trip was almost like there was going to be the chapter in which we go and
The
rescue
search
Willie.
for Willie.
But I didn't want that
Yeah,
to happen.
Willie
'Cause I
Quest.
didn't want to ruin. I didn't want to ruin
Willie
everyone
Quest
else.
2012.
That's the one thing. Matt was like, I was like, no, stay, don't. And I was just so hell bent on getting home. I really was.
Just
Like,
getting out of there.
No, going home.
that was your
Like, I
mission
wanted to
and you
get
were
home,
gonna
not
stop
get
doing
out
it.
of there, but get home.
Matt, you were off talking to him for a while.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was like 40 minutes.
I remember getting upset though too. I forgot about this. You were off there, and I was like, dude, you're right by the edge of the woods there. With those coyotes are fucking
Yeah,
howling.
I just walked out in the fields to talk to Willie.
Once we realized, I forgot about this. Once we realized that that Willie was missing, and we didn't really know where he was.
Oh yeah, the pack. We thought the pack of
I
coyotes
was
got
like,
him.
Yeah, I was like, wait, yeah, what if?
What if the coyotes took Willie?
yeah.
I mean, they were
Now
howling.
you're-
like
So you
they
thought I
killed
died
something.
there?
Now
Oh,
you're like,
I just had
Thought
this.
into my mind. These
You're the
coyotes
horror
fucking
movie. The black guy
destroyed you.
dies first. He disappears. Like it was a classic
Yeah.
horror story.
Yeah,
The cop-
but
the cop shows
here's
to
the
make sure
thing. In
everything's
this
okay.
horror
This
movie,
before you
everyone
knew
else
where you
goes
were.
home safe.
Yeah.
Only the black guy dies. What kind of fucking horror movie is that?
Yeah, I had that thought the entire time.
Well, it really has an audience.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Horror
Only the
movie,
black guy
only the black
dies.
guy dies.
Oh,
It's
shit.
horrific.
I'll pay
It's
$13 for
horrific.
that.
He got attacked by
In
wolves.
IMAX 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like some Final Destination, like racist.
Only the black guy dies too.
I think
Yeah.
they did. Gangs in the Hood or Boys in the Hood?
Oh.
No.
Lucas.
Too
They had
soon.
that movie in
So I
Iowa?
went home. And the next time
dude
that I
showing up.
I paid for a cab.
How much was the cab?
It was with the tip. It was like $120. something.
Wow.
Yeah. But next time I talked to Marino, called me the next morning. I can't believe I woke up to even pick up the phone when you call. It was like at 8, something like
Yeah.
that. Hey, where are you? I was like,
8
I'm in
a.m.
my bed. He's like, all right. And like it was like that. And
You
like,
fucking
happy
made it.
birthday. And I was
Yeah.
like, thank you, man. And then that
Well,
was
the,
it.
the next morning, I remember Marino just saying, "The Great Willie Hunter." Ladies and gentlemen, and spreading his arms. The Great Willie Hunter.
Like he just disappeared.
It was
Yeah.
It vanished.
Well,
It was,
magician.
it was really great. I mean, it is the epic tale of.
Never came back for his final bow.
Yeah.
Nah, no, why would you want to do that?
Do what?
Come back for the final bell.
You left him wanting more.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do.
Always.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you can find Willie Hunter the next time we all do mushrooms, I'll give you a joint that will punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Did you talk about how
boy.
you thought Marino was doing it with Becca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did. Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
So then we all.
Well, I wasn't the only one because
So-
Lucas also can say that it sounded like it for him too.
It's still up in the air.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I could see it.
Sometimes
I didn't-
that's
I
just
didn't
how
think
I
it would
sound.
actually-
when I say that, I wasn't like making it up. It's like it just sounded like that. And I can understand like she's cold and you're trying to warm her up, and there's that plastic stuff we're laying on. Like all that sound is like, wait a minute. Did he just
No,
put
and
on,
there's
like-
one point where I make this whole move where I go from like on her left side to like I go over to the other side.
You fucked her, didn't you?
Somewhere in between. Somewhere between the left.
I have a little bit of announcement to make. Becca's been pregnant since, and we're naming it.
Name it Willie.
No, we're naming it Willie, Ryan, Matt, Dan,
Yeah.
Ari, Luke.
The nickname will be the
And then there
Magnificent
were
7.
7. Yeah.
And then there were 7. Yeah, I'm naming it. I was gonna name it 8, but now I'm gonna
But
name it
It was
7.
about. I was gonna say it's about 10 minutes after Marino talked to him that I think it was you that said, and then there were 7.
yeah. It was Agatha Christie on mushrooms. People were disappearing.
Yeah.
Willie, when I told you like, hey man, you're gonna be okay. Did that do anything bad to you?
I don't remember you saying that. I said,
Okay.
hey, all right, I'm leaving, and then you
You said I'm
mumbled.
leaving. Wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I said. That's what I'm saying. So you probably said that, but all I said was like, like you're just how, and then you went, and then walked
Patted
past
you
me.
on the back.
Yeah, patted me on the back and walked away. And you probably said it'll be all right.
You're gonna be
and I
fine.
probably blah blah to you, but what I thought I said was I'm leaving. But it was like this weird thing where I was like I couldn't hear you, and
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't talking loud enough.
Because you were
But
so
yet-
worried about being too loud.
Yeah. So, but yet we were right in front of each other. But yet we were whispering so low that we.
That's the loudest zipper I've ever heard.
Secret Service members. So,
Yeah, the zipper was super loud.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you guys leave off?
Oh, we left off like right like mid shower.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So like yeah,
That's where I met back up with you guys.
yeah, met up with you guys, and we're all but like after the shower, like I'm all wet, he's all wet, and we're like kind of still by the showers, like right next to some other campsite, and then we're like, oh shit, we're like being loud by this next to this campsite. Hey, let's go back to the blind trail.
Yeah.
And so that's when the four of us, Ari, Maddie, and Madonia and me, went on the blind trail again.
When did I start making those?
Oh wait, no!
Ketchup and bread and cookie sandwiches.
First, we had some food. We ate some food and smoked weed.
It was finally time to eat.
Yeah, we
some
had the
food.
ketchup sandwiches.
Yeah,
and they were
the fucking
delicious.
Girl Scout cookies went on there.
Oh yeah, we had a
everything
meal.
that we had.
We had a full on meal.
Ketchup sandwiches?
Well, it was sandwiches with the only condiment being ketchup. It was like
Only
meat,
condiment,
like deli meat and ketchup.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant like you just had bread and ketchup on it.
We had
Well, I
chips
mean-
too. We poured
Yeah, we
chips.
put
on
chips
those.
on
We had
Mustard was
options.
lost in the car somewhere.
Yeah, I still don't believe there was mustard.
There's
Otherwise-
actually sandwiches right outside here. I might go grab one.
Luke always wanting sandwiches. You'll
I
take a
like
nap
sa-
afterwards.
If there's a table of sandwiches, I'll take one.
Yeah, so then we ate and
Find out what that
like
is.
smoked some weed, and I think we did some more.
And then
Molly.
somebody said, "Hey, let's." Oh yeah, we kept doing Molly.
"Yeah, we were doing that.
love-
Was like our lifeblood."
I love
Yeah.
how you went, I think we did some more Molly. Like,
Yeah.
like you just snuck it in. Like, I was like, either you
that's
did or you
what-
didn't. You know if you
That's
did.
what kept us going.
And but right before we started to go off,
Yeah.
where somebody said like, "You want to get back out there?" But before we did, we're all sitting at the picnic bench, and all three of you guys look up and say, "Did you just hear that? That was a tree falling in the woods."
Oh my god.
That's right.
Yeah, a tree.
A
went
tree
down.
fell in the
Shit,
woods.
where's Dan?
Dan's gone, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
heard
just
it
me.
except for Ari.
I
who
didn't hear it.
Doesn't believe that we heard a tree falling in the woods, and yes, it makes a noise unless you're Jewish.
It was like a big crack or something. I didn't hear it at all. I was
No,
like, what are you
Dan,
talking
I'd
about?
say 3 out of 4 people hear the tree that falls in the woods. That's
Yeah.
what we have a ratio for.
That the answer is depends who is in the woods. If who's not in the woods.
Yeah.
Depends on how many people's on mushrooms.
Yeah. Does a tree fall in the woods? Well, maybe.
Am I on mushrooms?
Am I on mushrooms?
And by the way, when it says blind trail, I just thought that meant like it was
Like a blind.
yeah,
Like it came
yeah. I
out
just thought it was
somewhere
called
you couldn't
blind,
see.
like it goes over a bluff or something. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was only for blind people,
Well, it's not only for blind people.
and we didn't make it through the blind trail.
Yeah, not the second time we didn't even make it through. The first time we got the skunk, then the second time, halfway through, we're like, let's get off this trail.
Yeah,
and
we
then
just went off. I
We
couldn't
went off,
believe
and
it.
then that's when we portaged the river.
As soon as we got off this trail, I was like, "Are you guys?" My thought was like, "Are you guys serious? You seriously want to do this? Is this a mistake?"
Yeah.
And then you were going.
Yeah,
so it's
fuck
like,
it.
let's go.
Yeah.
The wet
Yeah.
river, the dried up
And
riverbed.
well, it wasn't fully dried up. We had to portage it. Or we had like a log bridge that we went over. And then the dog just walked right through it. And he's like, whatever.
Dog didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's
oh
like,
yeah, that part where he hopped over.
Yeah.
I was like, where are we going? We went deep in the woods.
Yeah, we went real because we were looking for the MASH site where they filmed the TV show MASH.
Right.
And
You were there, Edgar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because they had those signs that said the set of MASH this way.
yeah, the set of MASH this way.
We're just coming
It
down.
wasn't those signs. It was one sign, and it's like the set of MASH, like 3.8 miles this way. And we're like, we can cover that.
We were coming down, but we hadn't come down yet. Had
And
we?
then we kept on
Not
taking,
quite.
we kept
That
on
second
doing some
stage.
more Molly.
The Molly kept it going.
And then we remember
This
we
damn
found
Molly.
we found this old like concrete cube of a building with like a door that was welded shut and then one like eye hole, and we kept trying to get in it, but it was like scary, but like there was beer
Full of
cans
hundreds
everywhere.
of old beer cans.
Yeah, it was like old like Schlitz,
Schaefer's
like
beer.
like brand new beer, Schlitz. Try it out.
Yeah.
And we never got to the campsite.
No, we didn't. We got to a lot of things though.
We got to a lot of stuff. We ran into another
beautiful
deer
out there.
Oh, it was beautiful. We were in that giant dried up riverbed. That was a giant one where the
Yeah.
deer was. We saw some cliffs, a bunch of cool trees. It was very naturey. Then that's when. Where did we turn around? Oh yeah, we
went off that dam.
we went off and we went over a dam. Well, no, we went over that little bridge into like the dark dead end of the path where it just kind of ended. And like we sat there for a while. Remember that?
Yeah,
Like, it was just black.
Matt
and
Edgar took a
dark.
nap on the picnic table.
Well,
by
no, this
the
was before
river.
that. Like this is when we sat down.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, and we were all thinking in our heads, we could just
Oh my
sleep
god!
here.
Yeah, when we were on the literal ground, like there was no bench. Like
There was
we were
no,
out there.
we were in
and
the trail ended.
yeah, the trail ended. And
There was that
there's-
bridge and then nothing, and we
Yeah,
kept
we're
on
like,
going.
hey.
We're like, no, this is the trail, and then we're just in the middle of the woods
We
alone.
just sat there like, what the
Listening to the
fuck
frogs
are we
go.
doing?
Yeah.
Listen, and everyone was I was still in my head anyway with the
We'll have it
mushrooms.
packed.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
letting my thoughts go crazy.
Yeah.
You know, we'd all sit there and like kind of huddle and look off in our own direction.
Yeah, we were all we were
was
sitting there for
pretty
a
fun.
while, and I feel as at least I know I was like, dude, we could sleep here.
Yep, I was ready to go to sleep right there.
Yeah.
Really?
If anybody
Yeah.
would have thrown that out, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's happened before on mushrooms.
And then that's when we turned around. That's when we're like,
We
dude,
were
fuck-
miles away.
Yeah, that's when we're like, dude, fuck MASH.
Yeah, fuck,
Like,
dude, I never even watched that show.
We have to walk back.
Yeah,
It's been
we-
out for 80 years.
Yeah, and we walked back, and we took the different trail back. Like we took the higher trail. That's where we found the
How did
dam.
this exchange
Yeah.
happen for a second?
And then
Buy you a pack.
like we saw
yeah.
this. We saw the dam. Maddie takes. He's down. Maddie goes down on the picnic table. He's like, I'm sleeping time.
It was great.
He went
So-
down on a picnic table.
Oh yeah,
took a
it was a.
nap.
It
I
was
heard
a
he had
lady.
weird fetishes, like watching bitches eat salad.
He's into some stuff.
Wait a minute, Matt
Yeah.
fucked a picnic table?
Twice.
Yeah, it was that guy on the video.
Yeah, I fucked it.
Damn.
I was like, you know what? Should just fuck this bench right now.
Yeah, and then
We were on that dam.
and then Madonia went off and then came back. He's like, dude, we can get on top of that dam. So then you and I
crawled under a fence.
were like, yeah. And so I just tied the dog up to Matt, who was just sleeping there. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave him here. And or did I don't know?
Yeah,
The dog wasn't with us because we
Yeah.
had to climb. We had to we were like hanging over a lake, like 20 feet over the lake, like shimmying
Yeah.
on this
Get up.
like partially broken fence, trying to get onto like this metal walkway to walk over a different part of the lake to get to the dam. And then we're sitting on top of the dam, and like the sun is coming up, and I took a piss on the top of the dam, bucket list
cool.
item,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then like all the caves in the side of that big mountain thing,
Yeah.
where all the bat caves, the bats started
Because
coming
these
out.
bugs that started coming, and we're like, oh, cool bug. And then these bats
Yeah, there-
started
tons of bugs were out.
pouring out right underneath
Yeah.
us. Right underneath our feet, just pouring out. And we're like,
Yeah, the metal walkway that we went over,
Fuck,
that was
bats.
the biggest one. Thousands of them.
let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And Maddie's still sleeping. And you had the blanket on top of you the whole time, so you were like, I'm safe. And then me and Dan with our long fucking hair, like, oh shit, because they were buzzing us. Like they were getting
They were
real
right
close.
next to us.
I think I got hit in the head with one of them.
Yeah.
Like I got hit like in the face with a bat. Like he didn't see me coming or something.
They would come right at us. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll have some of that. What is that? You
And
just
like
ignite it and you pull it in from this side? You just suck it in from this side and it does stuff to you? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Try it.
that's when we started walking back, and we were above the river that we portaged earlier. And that's when we saw the blue.
Portaged?
Yeah,
You keep saying it.
oh yeah, it's a great camping term. We didn't even have a kayak with us.
Forded the river.
Yeah, we lost an axle and an oxen while doing it. And then everybody
You
died
Viking.
of dysentery.
So
But then we were above the river, and we saw the giant blue heron. Remember that giant blue bird?
oh, yeah. Barely under the.
Yeah, we saw like catch a fish and fly away. And like this is a giant. I mean, this is like a 7 foot, 8 foot tall
This
bird.
was a great stuff to come down to.
Oh yeah, like we're coming back
was
and
really
we're
beautiful.
tired, and the sun has come
You're
up.
at one with nature.
Sun's up now. Yeah, we
Yeah,
saw the
the
moon
sun is up.
leave and the sun come up. You started
And
to
like
get lighter.
and the trip out to the middle of nowhere, like we saw shadows of like the big mountains. Like we're like, oh, there's a mountain right there, and right there, and right there.
Let me ask you this. I'm sorry to break this up. At this point, did you guys know I was safe, or you just assume I was
No,
safe?
no. Before we went
talked
off,
to you.
Matt Egger.
Yeah,
talked
this
to
is
the phone.
this is after you talked on the phone.
He just thought you wanted to be friends with
Did
him.
did I let you know, Matt, that I got home?
No, you were still at
No,
McDonald's.
no. It ended with you just being like, look at this is where we part ways.
Yeah.
I never talked to you again?
Yeah,
So I
well,
saw
not
you in the
never
basement?
again.
No,
like I'll
because-
see you around.
No, I thought it was
But
a
it was face to
breakup
face,
too.
though?
Yeah, because you
No,
called
no,
back
this was over the phone.
over the
That's
phone.
what I'm saying. Like the next time we saw each other.
Oh,
After
next
that.
time we saw each other, it was like,
No,
that.
I mean, I didn't like text you back or something. Hey, I made it home or anything or
Nothing.
No.
Yeah, we didn't know you were
wow.
safe.
I assumed to let
we
go of
assumed
you
you were
then.
safe.
And Matt Egger called you back.
You broke up with me, but that's how
Didn't answer
quickly
the
I
phone.
got over you. I
didn't
was like,
answer the phone.
okay.
When you called me back, did it ring?
Uh,
Because as soon as I got in that taxi cab,
I
I
called
turned my
Madden
phone
then.
off.
Oh.
I was like,
you called the guy.
I guess.
taking
Yeah, I
calls.
didn't get a hold of you after.
I was like,
I didn't get a
I'm
hold
there.
of you after
Because
Matt,
I had
you-
like a little bit of battery left, and I
was
wanted to
dumb.
like save it.
You
Matt-
said, I guess he's staying true to his word. He's not going to take my phone calls anymore. He's done with me.
that. Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Matt was the one that told us that Willie left.
Yeah, I had a
Like,
break it to
Willie
the
left.
guys.
Yeah.
That was
And, like,
mind blowing.
I assumed you were safe. I'm like, dude, he talked on the phone with Matt. If something was wrong, he would have been like, hey, send help.
Yeah, he was
Instead
ready
of-
to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mer-
trust
Mervis-
me, there was nothing I could do to bring Willie back.
Once you realize you were at the McDonald's, you hitchhiked away. It's like, oh, I'll come. No,
No,
you're on your own.
Mervis
Yeah,
beyond
get
our
you.
reach.
Yeah.
Mervis was the voice of reason to me, though, why I didn't freak out, because he was like, "Yeah, Willie's fine."
Because everyone's always
fine. Yeah.
So he went off on a different trip.
Right.
Yeah, he had his own
They're
adventure.
fine.
Becca was fine. Becca had a bad trip, but she was fine.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone was
you're fine.
safe.
Take some mushrooms.
And
you'll be fine.
also, I
you'll
didn't.
be fine.
When I did the mushrooms, I didn't drink. I had like one beer, and I smoked a little bit. So I had nothing in me but mushroom.
Oh yeah, you hadn't eaten.
When that cop.
Oh, you didn't eat anything either.
Yeah, I had nothing but mushroom. in
Oh,
me.
yeah. I think that's why I take so much, because I am a heavy eater.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be. It's higher tolerance.
Oh.
Yeah, just wait.
But yeah, we assumed
body
you were
mass.
fine. We assumed you were fine.
And then we all went to sleep, right?
Yeah, well, we saw the giant blue heron, and it caught a fish in front of us and flew away. It was awesome.
So you did Molly, mushrooms, and heroin?
It was so.
I didn't
nice.
do any heroin
It was
that
so
night.
nice to be out there where you could look in
Blue
every
heroin.
direction. And see
Yeah, and
nothing but nature.
Yeah, everything was so different on the way back. All the mountains were covered in foliage. Like, everything was just beautiful.
Yeah, I bet that moon was nice too.
No, the moon was gone. This is daytime, Willie.
As we're
As
coming
the
back.
breaking
Yeah.
dawn.
It got light within
redone.
30 minutes.
Really?
From total darkness to
Saw the
light.
sunrise.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
You
And
saw
then,
the
then we
sunrise?
get back to the campsite and kind of set up shop. And I just kind of I think we all just lied down in the dirt, didn't we?
No, I don't roll my sleeping bag.
No,
Like, I slept on top of my sleeping bag.
Ari and Mervis both, because I was in the tent and I was the first to wake up, and Mervis was literally sunburnt, bare feet, bare chested. Like, his sleeping bag only covered his calves to his
Yeah, I think it was just covering my feet.
chest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and just passed out flat on the ground.
Like, in the dirt, in the,
Oh yeah,
the
right
pile
by
of
the,
hay.
right by the front.
Right,
Yeah, and
right by
my,
the front.
Yeah,
And
my
his
dog is
right-
tied to my belt.
Yeah, and Ari, you're probably 10 feet away,
I didn't move when the sun came up.
peacefully on your back.
And Matt Egger just went to.
I just went to sleep in the car.
Yeah, Maddie went to the
I
car.
saw that when I was in the car on the way there. I'm sleeping here
Madonia slept somewhere. I think Madonia slept in the shade somewhere.
Yeah, it was under the tree or something.
Yeah, and that's when. And then the next day, and then we drove back, and then since we were down one, Ari moved from my car to the other car, so Luke was still in the back with
Preppy.
with Preppy.
So I
who-
didn't have his ass in my
who
face.
His ass wasn't in his face, but he was covered in skunk though. Like both trips there, to and from, Luke had a terrible drive.
I was exhausted. I was
Yeah.
done. I was done from the get go.
Did you ever clean that towel and return it to me, or did you?
I
say it
have
was
the.
beyond?
I think I washed the towel and it's clean and it's fine. I think it's just at my apartment.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, you said you can get. Oh, I was like, just throw it
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, I will bring you that. I have it folded
You
somewhere.
can keep it. It's yours. You can have
Oh,
it. Have
souvenir.
like the mushroom trip.
Yeah, the mushroom trip. I'll bring that to every mushroom trip.
Okay, that's
Just-
that's
yeah,
right. If you have to
that'll
go.
be the mushroom towel.
Hey, do you guys want another what happens next?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So that's
hey,
pretty much the end of it, right?
That was
I
the
thi-
end.
and then now we're just gonna have to do it again. I'm thinking get a cabin at Big Bear at the end of January.
Big Bear.
January.
Well, we'll be in a cabin.
Or cabin's
And then
pretty good.
there'll be snow, so we can have snowball fights and snow angels and stuff like that. And then when we're cold, we go inside by the fire.
When you're cold,
Or
just
you
outside.
you run out into the forest and freeze to death and die because you're
Well,
mushrooms.
that'll just be Willie looking for a McDonald's.
It's like a
Stuff
Jack
doesn't
London.
happen. That's everyone's.
I would be looking something corporate.
Yeah.
This is America. Where's the
It's like,
corporations?
where the
at?
hell's the Starbucks? Big Bear
I need
Coffee.
a McDonald's or a Walmart or something.
All right, let's play another what happens
Yeah,
next.
do a nice one. Did
All right, I'll do a nice
Red,
one.
Did you get that one that I sent you? Remember that
I'm
one?
not gonna watch
That didn't have anybody dying.
Right, you need to
I'll
tweet
text
it
it to you. Right
text
now.
it to
I'll
me.
tweet it to you right now.
All right, well here's a nice
Well,
one
I
for
gotta
you
get
guys.
out of here, dude. I got another spot I gotta get to.
All right,
Have fun with this.
Oh, then I have to go with you.
all right. Well, this is what we're ending it right
Oh,
after.
I'm-
This, so.
That's the end of the
I got a spot at the store.
I'm going to the store later on, Marina, if you want to come with me.
Busy time of the highway.
All right.
All right,
You're
so
going,
there's
sir.
two dogs were on a highway, and one dog got hit by a car, and it's a busy highway.
I've seen this one.
All right, so you
Yeah, I
can
won't
go.
say anything.
All right, and what happens next?
He's dragging the other dog off. I think he's gonna make it. They wouldn't have this if he got killed, right? Somebody hit that dog.
All right, Luke.
I can't watch this one, man. The dog's gonna get hit, and I can watch humans die, but I can't watch dogs die. That's
This
my
could
rule.
only go to the worst thing that could possibly happen.
All right. So, Marino?
I guess it's road pizza.
Road pizza.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. Let's. I guess let's see what happens. What happens next then?
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Or just pull it in.
I don't want to see this dog die.
He actually.
Oh.
Here we go. He made it safely across, and they
the dog saved
rescued
him.
him. Yep, he rescued his love, and they went across.
It's pleasant.
Did the first dog die though?
No,
No,
he
the dogs
also
lived.
lived.
Oh wow.
Both dogs lived.
Wow,
Of AIDS.
good.
Yeah. All right, guys. So why don't you pimp your tweets and websites?
Oh, we just done that?
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess everyone's leaving. So
Ryan Mervis.
Yeah, I'm Ryan Mervis at Ryan Mervis. You can see me in the new Capital One commercials coming up.
Playing Viking?
I play a Viking. Yeah.
Nice.
What's in your wallet?
Nice.
So every time you see that commercial, you should follow me and tweet about how.
Hey, let me ask
annoying
you a
they're getting.
question.
Yeah.
Do they ever find out what is in his wallet?
no,
It's
like Pulp Fiction.
yeah, no, it's residual checks.
Okay, that's cool. Marino,
I have nothing to promote at this moment.
Edgar.
I wreak havoc out there.
Okay.
Matt Edgar on Twitter. Who has? Not everyone has Twitter on here.
I do.
Matt's barely on there.
Matt Edgar is Matt
with one
Edgar.
T.
Yeah,
I
with
can't
one
get
T.
back on
At
the
Will
name I
Hunter
thought I
Show,
listed under,
I have
so
the
I
Willie
have to
Hunter
start.
Show. Last guest was Bill Burr. That show will be up shortly. And please keep. Yeah, that's it.
I can make you 17%
And
funny.
come see me December 28th, Ari Shafir at the Brooklyn Knitting Factory.
I'm not on Twitter. I have a
Special.
Twitter.
Yeah, why aren't you on Twitter? Are you still on MySpace?
I have. Well, yeah, that too. But
He's waiting to get approved by Twitter.
Classmates.com.
I'm bringing
I-
my space back.
I have a Twitter name, Hurl85. I'm going to promote the game Tomb Raider, though. It comes out in March. Buy it. It's going to be big.
Excited for Tomb Raider.
Be excited, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
All right, you guys. Thank you for listening. Don't forget that the Death Squad Secret Show is every Monday at 8 p.m. at the Comedy Store. If you want free tickets, go to the Comedy Store's website, thecomedystore.com. You can see a lot of these guys there at the Comedy Store, and we do a podcast live. And for this show, don't forget that it's usually every Friday. Go to icehousecomedy.com and search for Death Squad. And we have some new things coming up here at the Ice House, including live podcasts here also. So that's going to be fun. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, go to everyone's websites and support Death Squad.